There we go, Malibu. Give it a couple minutes for everybody to come in. Hi, Dawn. No, I guess down that side, baby. There's no room. Oh, my goodness. How you doing? Give it a few minutes for everybody to come in. I came on about 2 minutes early. Hi, Missy. Hi, Annette. Got my lemon water. Got my cat. One of them, anyway. The other one doesn't like to come up on my desk. How are y'all doing? How was your weekend? I hope everybody had a good weekend. Denise and I did an impromptu on Saturday afternoon from our yard sale haul. So if y'all did not see it, go watch that later. Hi, Laverne. I'll show a couple pictures and stuff, but all the stuff we got I showed on Saturday. Hi, Linda. Linda, tell Tim thank you for my little sewing kit. This was so adorable. Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. I thought that was so adorable. A little sewing kit in a matchbox. Hi, Janet. Janet, did you get a sewing kit from Tim? I got a sewing kit from Tim. Hi, Janet. Let's see there. Hi, Terry Brett. Hi, Debbie Bruce. Anybody else coming in? Thanks, everybody, for being here. Had a busy week. Let's see. Anastasia. Who else? Deb E, Missy, Linda. He will be happy you like it. Yeah, it's just adorable. It's adorable. You know, Janet, you're so cute. Oh, and Janet, I did look what I got from, for those y'all don't know, Hubster and Samantha went to LA last week and they just got back yesterday. And so it's been like, kind of busy. And of course, Denise came down for a couple days. We ran around like crazy. But look what they brought us back, Janet. Some more Bugs Bunny tissue paper from Warner Brothers Studio Gift Shop. Got some more Warner Brothers Bugs Bunny tissue. So yeah, we got some of that. I see you, baby. And you're gonna have to move shortly because I'm gonna bust out the matte medium. And that's not good for your fur. So anyway, yeah, we got some more Bugs Bunny tissue paper. I know, right? Oh, let's see who else is here. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope y'all had a good week and good weekend. Hubster is off today, so he said later on he might pop in and just tell y'all a little bit about what what he did out in LA with Annie, my other daughter, and Logan, my grandson. Y'all seen, I show y'all things that Logan does all the time. That little movie he made, Tag, last week, and his wrestling and all that. So anyway, so they flew out to visit for about 4 days, and they got back yesterday. And I see you, honey. You're just so needy. I know you are. So I'll show some of the pictures when he comes in. But I did get a couple pictures from Cameron. They went hiking in the Grand Tetons. So let's see if I can show you that. Oh, I gotta go zoom all the way down here. Hang on. He sent a couple pictures here. if y'all don't know, he's working out in Yellowstone. So let's see here. Let's see. So look at that. That's not a photograph. He's standing in front of that. He's standing at this lake in front of that mountain. And then let's see, I've got another one or two. Here's one here. So these are pictures that he took out there. Isn't that stunning? Let's see. Do I have another one? Here's one more. So yeah. Hi, Marguerite. So yeah, Cameron, oh, baby, let go of my shirt. So he sent us those, and then over the weekend, Denise and I at the yard sale, and there's a bunch of cool vintage stuff, and we got again, y'all have to go back and watch the video. It's right before this one, and we got a bunch of Lincoln Logs and Tinker Toys. Well, I haven't done anything with the Tinker Toys yet, but we built. Let's see if I turn it this way. Yeah, we built a little Lincoln Log uh, Barbie photography thing, and so there's Janet, and let me show you a couple more pictures here. So this is the main. I posted these on Instagram. So there's Robert and Janet. Robert's got his tool belt on. He's working. He's building. And Janet says, Robert is taking us off the grid. I love, look, she's holding the little phone. She's holding a little cell phone and she's talking. She's probably talking to me. Robert is taking us off the grid. So those were my Barbie photography over the weekend. And I'm going to post the garden pictures today. I did not get to post them yesterday, but here's the garden. Let me do it this way. Let's see. So here's my garden now. I did trim down the blackberry bushes, but there's the garden. Got lots of herbs, peppers, 2 big tomato plants here. Behind those are cherry tomatoes. Let me see, let's turn it this way. So here's some more of the garden. And you can't see it back in there, but there's a squash because the squash is covered up. But here's my first harvest of squash. So plus I'm getting herbs every day. I mean, I cut herbs all the time. I've been drying my herbs. I got sage, basil, rosemary. I don't know, probably about 8 maybe kinds of herbs. 2 kinds of oregano. I'm trying to think, lemon, what else? Anyway, but this is my squash. Hi, Tina. Tina's saying good morning to everybody. Janet, this girl's got the red lights. Well, who was it? I think it was Biddy Penny that said something, Janet, about, well, Robert, you better install that air conditioning. Is that the truth? Gotta have that air conditioning. But anyway, yeah. I thought this was awesome photo. So Cam's out there living his best life out in Yellowstone. And let's see. I did get this picture. This was somebody's yard sale. They didn't see me do this, but this was somebody's yard sale. Conspiracy chicken. They had this giant chicken in their yard. And so Denise took a picture of me with the conspiracy chicken. I will show this one picture of Annie and Dan, and I'll let when Hubster comes in when he's talking about being out in LA. But there's Annie and Dan when all of them went to some fancy restaurant, of course. And I know I got some good pictures of Logan too. And they all, he and his buds all came over and they watched the MMA thing over the weekend in the garage. I'm trying to find a good picture of Logan. I don't want to show all his friends. I just don't feel right. Here we go. Here's a good one of Annie and Logan. There's Annie and Logan. Of course, he's drinking or eating something, but there's Annie and Logan. in her kitchen. So yeah. But anyway, they had a good time. I got some of Samantha in here somewhere. Well, here, this is when she was FaceTiming with Denise. So yeah, there's Samantha and Annie when they were FaceTiming with Denise. But anyway, so I thought today we would and I showed you all my little video. I wanted to post this video, but it I filmed it correctly. I filmed it up right, you know. But when I put it in iMovie, it did the side thing. So I don't know. But here we go. Let me show you here. Hang on. Don't even have the volume on. Let me start it over. Let me start it over. Here we go. See how it's just in the middle? But Denise and I made a little glub glub movie of the drinking her juice. But anyway, yeah, it didn't film. If I took the video straight up like a reel or a short, but then when we put the different ones in iMovie, it just filmed it with the side thing. So I don't know, or made the movie with the side thing. So anyway, so if y'all missed yesterday's video, I mean Saturday's video, this is the thumbnail, so you can find it. It's when we went and did the yard sale and found all the vintage stuff, including these vintage toys, and that's what we used to build the Barbie photography Janet off the grid. Hi, Leona. Yeah. Let's see. Tina. Let's see. Nana Mo. Hi, Nana Mo. Hope you're doing well. Who else am I missing? Yeah, there's Barb Chicken Pot Pie Society, Cheshire Cat. I said hi to Tina when she was saying hi to everybody. So I think I've said hi to everybody. There's Jane. Hi, Jane, fellow thrifter. We don't really have a lot of good yard sales, believe it or not. Ever since the virus, we hadn't had a lot of good ones, but this one was a good one. This one was a good one. So we will, and I showed everything on the video, so I'm not going to show it now. You'll have to go watch the video that Denise and I made on Saturday. So I thought today we would make, now y'all, this is one of my art card trays. And we didn't, back when we were painting a whole bunch of big papers, like I pulled these papers. Back when we were painting papers and cutting them up, we didn't call them masterboard. I don't know if that we really had a name for it. We just did painty papers and then cut them up and to either ATC or art card size. Mine are 3 by, I always remember, 3 by 4. Yeah, mine are 3 by 4. Rather than ATC size, which is this size. ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. This one's been varnished. I mean, it's got spackle, varnish, golded, and everything. And this one was, let's see, these are just some of my leftover samples, so they're not even dated on the back. Oh, wait, here's one that's dated on the back. Let's see. These were from 2010. So some of these are from 2010. These are like some of my leftover sample ones. And yeah, these are 2010. So, and they've got spackle and they've been varnished and all that. But I like making art card size. Here comes Malibu again. Because look at the difference in the size. Look at the difference in the size. You get a little bit more real estate. These are 3 by 4. These are 2.5 by 3.5. So these are ATCs. That's the official size of artist trading cards. Same size as a baseball card or a playing card. And then we're going to make art cards. All these are art cards. These are postcards, the same kind of system, same thing, but 4 by 6 postcard size. And so we're going to make this size instead of art ATC size. But I just wanted to show you all the difference in that. Let's see. Hi, Ann Makes. But But anyway, I'm going to move this to the side. So I don't know what we didn't call them anything when we making these back in 2010. Now they're calling them masterboards, where they put a bunch of collage and paint and stuff on them and then cut them up. And that's the same thing we're going to do. And so I put masterboard because I guess that's what everybody's calling them now. Okay, baby, you're going to have to get down because we are going to be gluing, and you can't be up here while we're gluing. So, and then this book is the book I showed today in my community tab. Every Sunday night or Monday, I post in the community tab a book. Let's zoom in one here. Let's zoom in. Let's do a little adjusting here. There we go. This is the book that I posted in the community tab. Hi, Julie Topaz. Julie, did you see the motorcycles that I got for you to ride in the Barbie photography? Did you see those on Saturday's yard sale haul? Okay, needs to be a little bit down, just a little. There we go. Did you see them from Saturday? There's a bird hawking right outside of my window here. I don't know what kind he is, but he's making a lot of noise. Let's see. Pamela. Who else might be missing? Let me get a sip of my water. I don't know if Julie saw him because Julie's my vet biker riding Barbie. So anytime I do the vets or anything with the bikers, I do it using Julie Topaz Barbie. So I don't know if she's seen it. She's saying hi to everybody, but I don't know if she saw or answered my question. I don't see it yet. But yeah, I got, they're sitting right here. I'll show them. These are two of the things that we got at the vintage. You not see them yet? Okay, well, look. These are the two bikes that I got at the yard sale. I think they were 50 cents or $1. I mean, it was the best yard sale ever. I'm not kidding. And they had all kinds of Harley stuff. And so Barbie fits so good on us. Now, I showed my Barbie on it, but it's not the same as your Barbie with the leather vest and the flag and everything. But yeah, they're just exact size for Barbies. Aren't they great props? I know. Oh, thank you, Tina. Appreciate it. Hi, Kathleen. Who else am I missing? Aren't they awesome? But I showed them on Saturday's stream. And Denise looked them up. I think she said this one's worth, I don't know, 85 or something. And this one was 50 or something. We got them for like $1 each. And perfect for Barbie photography, right? And they're heavy. They're really heavy. Hi, Q&L. So anyway, there's that. All right. So this is the book that I posted in the community tab. It's called The Writer's Map, an Atlas of Imaginary Lands. And I did post a cover and a couple of, and yeah, I've probably shown this. This is not new. I've had it a while, but I had to, I've been, running the last few days. And so I hadn't really picked some new book or something for, I don't think I posted this on the community tab, but I have shown it to y'all. But it's they're imaginary worlds with imaginary maps. And it's a really fun, beautiful book. Of course, I love maps. So let me see here. Who's going to ride with me? We'll find somebody. I will find somebody to ride with you for sure. Julie. And I thought of that too with the two bikes. Yeah. But I have to get somebody ready. You know what I mean? That's got to be the right things, And I did hear from Picola. She said, they've been on the road. I think she's back home for a brief stint. I don't know how often they're going to go out in their RV. Y'all remember here, let me show y'all a picture. I keep it kind of handy. Where is it? Here it is. This is actual now. Her name is not on it, although it should be. But this is Picola's RV that she's out in the traveling the world in. And I did a Barbie photography of this too. And so we miss you, Picola. All right, so let's see here. So just some very cool maps, and it talks about them, and the fables and the uh, everything that people have made up about different maps, imaginary maps. So the writer's map, and I'll give you the ISBN. It is 978-226-596631. I'm pretty sure that is this is a hardback. But if you use that ISBN and you want the hardback, make sure it is the hardback and not a paperback, a soft cover version. So, because this is the hardback. Oh, well, there we go. Thanks, Tina. All right, so let's see. Looking around, see if there's any last minute things that I need to show. And then we will end up seeing anything. I think I showed everything. So I need to get out some matte medium because I am going to use matte medium to glue my collage. Now, there's a couple different ways you can start. And I might do both 2 or 3 different ways. I did have one. I pulled out some of my papers here with I have some different sample things for collaging and stuff on here. But these are just they're going to be cut down. And you don't have to use a big, sheet of this is poster board. You can use just a piece of cardstock, regular 8.5 by 11 cardstock, heavier cardstock to do this. I'm going to do this just because we can get more out of it in a quicker amount of time for the stream. And so I'm going to use this larger sheet. Hi, Lena. This I was doing I forget, I was using up some paint or something. So here's one that's already got some scraped paint. So you can either scrape paint and you can start with a color, you can start with black, you can scrape, any color on there. I'm going to do a couple different ones. Probably I'll do a new one instead of this one, but I'll probably do a this one's got everything on. I'll do one that's painted and one that's scraped, and then, or I can just scrape some more on this one, and then maybe a black and a white and a color. And then we're going to start gluing. I'll probably pick some of my collage, what do you call it? So maybe some collage soup pieces to glue down. Okay, let's see. I know the paper's going to want to flash out until we get some color on here. I do have two new Pour Toast books coming out that he made for me. Well, I requested them. He didn't just make them for me. I requested the topic and he made them. And I've already ordered them and they're supposed to be here tomorrow. So I will show you all those real quick. Let me go to my orders. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. He asked me what topics. Oh, it's so slow in here. What topics I would like. Here we go. So I requested 2. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. Hang on. It's just Wi-Fi in this room is just ridiculous. Okay. Let's see if that'll help. Hang on. There we go. So I requested, still slow. Let me just step out in the hall. Hang on. Okay, there we go. I stream hardwired, so my computer is hardwired. So I got this one, or I requested sci-fi. So he did a sci-fi one and come on. Hang on, let me step out in the hall. Okay, there we go. And a one on time. So Sci-Fi and Time are the two newest Pour Toast collage ephemera books. And they should be here tomorrow, so I'll show them, and maybe we'll do something with those on Wednesday. Okay, maybe we'll do something with those on Wednesday. Hi, Fat Bird Finds. That's cute. Good morning. Let's see. Mama Juju Crafting. Welcome. How y'all doing? All right. So I think we'll just start, since I already got some paint on this one. We'll add some more paint over the top of this one. And so, of course, we have to let things dry. Let me close the door so the cat doesn't come in here, because I'm going to have to set these on the floor. I'm going to have to set them on the floor while they're drying if I hit them with the heat gun, and I don't want her coming in and walking on them. You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, so let's see. Let's just get a thing here. Let's see, what color do I want with this? Do I want something bright? Do I want something... This, because it's already got this teal color on here. So what can we put with this? Maybe red. Let's go with red. So let me shake up the paints. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some out and get a card or something to scrape with. I know I got some sitting here somewhere. There's one. If y'all have any questions, put it in caps. Make sure that if it goes blurry or anything, check your little wheel setting and make sure you're either at least in 720, but I am streaming in 1080. So check that and make sure you have all messages checked at the top of your chat line. Otherwise, you're not going to see it all. Hi, Frank. How's it going? Salazar Art Nation, Frank. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just scrape on some red. Remember now, all this is going to end up being cut up at the end. So we'll have some. I just want some more color on this. And we're going to collage on top of it. And then we're going to cut them up and make art cards. All right, so there we go. And you really kind of want to go. Let me get this one here that's got something written on the back. I'll use this as like a protector sheet. So I can kind of go all the way to the edge here. Because I want to, you're going to cut it up. You're going to want to use all the edges too. I get a little bit more paint out. So, and we'll probably give some of these away. Let me get some baby wipes. We'll probably do a giveaway. I might do a giveaway some partially made ones so that y'all can finish them yourself. So we'll see. I'll probably use flowers. That'll be an easy one to people, if you've never made these before, that you can adjust to. All right, so I'm just going to get all the way to the edge. If you have any questions, put it in caps. It's just been a while since we've made some art cards, so I thought this would be fun. And everybody can do this. Everybody can do this. It's a little messy, so if you're OCD, you may not be able to do it, but... all right, so there we go. So let's just kind of make sure that's all scraped in really well. And then we could also take like a Stabilo awl. Do I have one handy right here? Gotta dig one out. Let's see. Let me see if I got a Stabilo awl anywhere, because that goes over everything. Let me look in one of my pencil pouches. Hi, Linda B. Who else am I missing? Starting your day out with color. Yeah. Let's see here. Here we go. There's one. Yeah. So you can do scrapes and doodles and, and this is water. It'll when you add water to it, it'll move. So gonna do a little bit of this. Remember, this is all background. Okay, let's get a little bit of a brush sitting here. Just had one. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, let's add a little bit of water here. I'll just spray a little water in here and just kind of move it around a little, just to give it some more interest, some more texture, some more. The red paint's still wet. We'll add some splatters and some more paint and stuff later too. I'm just trying to fill in the whole blank white sheet, right? We're just filling in the whole blank white sheet. All right. So let's move this one to the side. Okay, now we're going to do, it'll be an all black one. I'm using this as a thing here. So let's pull this out and then we'll keep the other one white. All right, so let's see. Let's get some black paint. Okay, so let me get a different card. Y'all have any questions? Hi, View. How y'all do? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. We're making some bases for art cards. All right, so now let's get some black, and I'm going to use that same sheet as a background. And you could also jelly plate. You could jelly plate, use your big foam stamps, which we're going to use some stencils and foam stamps after a while. But if you want at this stage, you could use your jelly plate and, just jelly plate out some background. And again, I'm using a big sheet so I can make a whole lot more than, quicker. But you can do all this on just 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You really want to use cardstock, not paper, because this is going to be your base, right? Okay, so there we go. We got that. Okay, so I think got pretty much to the edge. And then the last one we'll just leave white. So, all right, now I'm going to go ahead and get my heat gun plugged in. Let's go ahead and get some baby wipes. So we can start with these two anyway. Maybe the other one. You know what? I think I'll do one more. Instead of white, let me set this on the floor for a minute. Let's do this last one. Let's do this last one in yellow and orange because we're going to use flowers. So maybe a nice bright color. So let's go ahead and just put some down on here. Let's put some yellow and some orange. Okay. Get another card. I've got some in here. And we're going to scrape this around. Let's go all the way to the edge because we're going to use the thing all the way to the edge. So and you can use a brush. I mean, this just makes more texture, more texture. Okay, so there's a start there. All right, so we got those. Let's move this out of the way. All right, let me get out the heat gun and dry these. You like this one? Okay, and I haven't picked out any of the things we're going to use yet, but I want it kind of basic because that way it's more versatile. So let me plug this in. All right. Let me get them dry. You like the yard sale haul view? Yeah. It was fun. Denise and I had a good time. We both agreed it was probably the best yard sale we'd ever been to, ever. Got some water still sitting on this. Hi, Ruth. Anybody coming in I might have missed? Linda B. How you doing? Okay, this one, I'll set this one. This one has a little bit of wet still on there. So, all right, let's see. We'll start with the yellow one. And let's make sure this is dry here. That's my back piece there. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I think we'll start with maybe some collage soup. This one, and there's another one's kind of generic. Where did I put it? This one. We're going to go with these two today. And so anyway, we're going to just randomly glue. Let's get my matte medium. And I did tell Hubster to come in whenever he wanted. Probably be another 30 minutes or an hour or something. But I did tell him to come in whenever he wanted and tell us about his little mini vacay. And all right. I'm just going to pour out that much at a time because I don't want it to dry out. I can always add more. All right. So let's get that out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. Some more baby wipes. Lots of baby wipes. All right. So let's get a brush to lay this down here. I'll just use this same one. Okay, here we go. All right. So I'll start with the flowers. So I'm just going to randomly tear flowers. We're going to add images, stencils, splatters, whatever. And after we're done and we dry and we can blend some, if there's any white areas, white torn edges shown, we can blend those in. And then we're going to cut this up and make art cards out of it. And then on each individual art card, you can make a scene or whatever you want to do. Okay. All right. So let's put that up there. I want that to roll there. All right, so let's find a couple of, let's find at least one page for each one of these. Like this one's really good with the, okay, so we're going to start with this, and then I'll try to maybe find something out of this too. Let's see, something, like this. It's got a lot of color and a lot of images, and we'll probably end up using maybe this one, if not on this one, on another one. So I'll just pick a couple here for now. There's a little bit of color on that. Okay. And you can also use like magazines, art magazines or anything like that that has a lot of, like, let's just say a quilt magazine. A quilt magazine's got all those different colors and images, and you can tear those up and you can make these as tiny or as big as you want. I like to make them kind of small because when we cut up our art cards to 3x4, you want to be able to have stuff in each one. Hi, Arlene. All right, so let's just see here. So I'm just going to start laying some of this out, kind of spread it around. And you can use smaller bits, bigger ones. But kind of have some kind of go to the edge because we are going to try to go, maybe not, when we cut them down, we'll see what the paper size allows for us to do. But so anyway, this was what everybody now calls Masterboard. We didn't have a name for it when the ones that I've done back in 2010. So let's put this eye there and then this. Okay, so there we go. So that's good for a start. All right, and remember, you can lay them out neat too, or you can make them all, wonky or whatever, because it's gonna all get cut up. Okay. All right, so now let's see. I think I'm going to go with these tulips here. So I'm just going to start tearing tulips out and just putting them all over whatever flowers are here. And again, we started with a yellow and orange background. Just even little bits of greenery, And I use golden matte medium. I know it's a little expensive if you want to glue yours down with Mod Podge or whatever. But remember, Mod Podge, as I have found, it's always sticky. It never really it stays sticky. That's what I have found. So you can glue it down, or you can just glue it down with glue sticks. But then you got to worry about when you add other things on top. Is the glue stick not going to hold up? Or the second best thing I would say is do it with like Eileen's tacky glue. The tacky glue, you know, put glue on each one. But if you use tacky glue, let me show you what I mean. If you use tacky glue, what you want to do is when you put it on the back, make sure you flatten out all those rolls of glue. Otherwise, you'll have lumps and bumps on the front. So that works fine. It's just going to take you a while, right? But, you know, again, I'm doing a larger piece because I want to get more out of it. But if you're doing an 8.5 by 11 size, you know, this size right here, this will be fine. Just make sure that you flatten out that glue on the back before you stick it down. Otherwise, you're going to see all those lumps. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, let me get over here with my matte medium, and I'm going to try to keep it so that it's on the board here behind me. Let's get rid of that card. It's making a mess. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to start gluing down. Now what I do, y'all know, anytime I put the matte medium on the back of the image, over the top, I'll do a couple at a time, and then I'll take a card and mash it down. That gets out any bubbles, wrinkles, anything like that. So then you just take a card and mash it all down. Now, my paint on the back is dry, so you could just mash it around. But if your paint's not dry on the background and you start doing this, you're gonna, get the paint over everywhere. So just be aware of that. So I'm just going to go along the top. It's going to take me a couple minutes. I'm just going to mash them down. Then when I get them all glued down, I'll mash them down well. I'm just going to do a couple at a time. I just laid them out just to show you. I probably wouldn't have laid them all out like that. I would have just kept them in a pile and just, used them as I went. But because this, like I said, this is all going to get cut up. This is just for your, base, if you will. All right, let's see if anybody's got any questions. I'm not seeing any. Thanks everybody for being here. Views chatty this morning. I haven't seen what she's really been saying. It's not been in caps, so she's probably just talking to you guys. Let's move this over here. I'll glue that together. Come on, there we go. So you'll see how fun it is once you get it going. And, you want to take your time and enjoy the process. I do everything kind of fast here because we want to get as much done as we can. But you don't have to do all this, fast. Did I glue that? Yeah, I glued that one down with the glue. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep getting out any wrinkles or anything. It does make a difference if you do this. I'm telling you. You think, oh, it doesn't matter. Well, yeah, it does. Hi, Vagabond Debbie. How you doing? We're going to make these days is being called a masterboard. Like I said, I don't think we had a name for it back when we were making these years ago. But I put it in the title because everybody seems to know what that means. All right. Let's go those. Let's just move this. Let's just move them off. It doesn't have to be. I'll just pick them up as we go. I just wanted y'all to see how we have enough to kind of fill the whole thing. All right. Let's go ahead and mash. Anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Like I said, Hubster and Samantha just got back from LA yesterday, and they were out there for 4 or 5 days. And he likes to go out there at least once a year and take Samantha because, she's not only does she just like being out there, but eventually she's going to be in the fashion industry, and she likes, they like to have her out there. I'd much rather her probably go to LA than New York, but I can't say what she's going to end up doing. She's still in school, so still in college. All right, so I'm just making sure it's all mashed down, as many wrinkles as I can. Hi, Tori. I am trying to kind of concentrate on looking here and getting this done. So if I miss you, I'm not trying to. I do go back and scrub through my chat later, like that day or the next day, to see anybody I missed and try, especially if you're new and I don't follow you or don't know you. I'll go look at your YouTube. I follow most creatives. If you're a creative, I will, I'll more than likely follow you if you have videos, up, And again, you don't have to have them all lined up. You can have them going sideways, whatever way. I know I'm going to OCD somebody out here. But you can do it anyway, Like I said, these are all going to be backgrounds. All right, let's mash those down. Because I can see bubbles. I can see bubbles in it until I mash it down. So it really is. If you don't want bubbles and stuff on your any kind of collage, you really need to take a card. Well, first you need to make sure you put the matte medium down on the base, on the back, unless it's like thin tissue paper. Because if you did that, then you wouldn't be able to lift it back up. And then over the top. And then after you get it over the top, take your card and mash it in to get any excess matte medium out from under the bottom of it and any wrinkles and bubbles out. All right. I'm telling y'all, this is fun when you make them. You'll see. Okay, let's see. I need something right down in here maybe. I have an extra board behind here so that we can I can avoid making too big of a mess on my table. There's extra glue there. Okay, a couple more. Nope, we want it on this side. That side showing. And you can put as little or as much as you want, image-wise. And you can put any image you want. Okay, let's see, we got this little piece left here. Let's just slap it in there. Okay, now let's make sure everything's mashed out here. I'm going to try to get them all. Of course, sometimes I miss mashing down too, and I'll see a bubble later or a wrinkle. Okay, there we go. Now let me wipe off my brush and wrap it in a baby wipe until we use it again so it doesn't crust up. And let me get a little bit off my hands. Let's see. What do we got going on? Hi, Rebecca Jean. Janet, what are you going to do today? Do you know yet? And usually after, I mean, it does get messy. Matte medium is messy. It's going to look like you're peeling. I just take fingernail polish remover and that takes it right off. Of course, it takes your fingernail polish off too, but I polish my nails fresh. I try to polish them fresh every time I stream. So, but anyway, that gets most of it off. Matte medium. It gets most of the matte medium off. Okay, let me get some more baby wipes out. Go through the baby wipes. I'm telling you, I do anyway. All right. All right. So do I want to do, what do y'all think? Should we do 2 or 3 of these before we move on to the next step? Or at least maybe 2 of them? What do y'all think? Should we do a couple of these before we move on to the next step? Or do you want to do them like one by one? Y'all let me know. One by one? Or do you want me to move on to like do a couple of them like this? I don't want y'all to get bored. I do a couple of those. Okay. All right. So there's one. All right. So I'll let it sit aside for a minute. Let's go ahead and do the black one. Let's do these two. We'll do the black one and we'll save the red one for later if we get time. All right. So now this one's just got black on it. But we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to use, let's use a lot of these out of here because I think these are more abstract. Okay. So I'm just going to start tearing and throwing down just to kind of get an idea of how much I'm going to need. You know, that doesn't have to mean that they're going to go right in this spot. I just want to make sure it's kind of fully covered. Again, you could use magazine images, textures, fabric patterns. Let me get another piece out of here. Let's go this one. How many of y'all have done these boards before? How many of y'all have done this before? Made you know, covered paper, and like I said, you know, most of the time people are doing it with 8.5 by 11 or maybe a little bigger, 12 by 12 or something like that. Okay, let's put that one here. There we go. All right, so that fills that up. Stephanie G has. Who else has done these? Done a couple Ruth has asked to do a couple at a time. Like an assembly line, yeah. Yeah, View. All right, we'll do these two, and then we'll do the next step, okay? Let's see. I've made boards, but not with collage images. How do you do yours? How do you do yours, Charmaine? And good morning, by the way. Do you copy or scan to use again? No, I don't, Arlene. I just like using the originals. I mean, I could. Here's what, if I did one I loved, I'd probably take a photo of it and move it over into Procreate and play with it in Procreate. But I like, y'all know, I like getting my hands in it. So yeah. But you could make a copy of it and do that. All right, so now let me pour out a little bit more matte medium here. Leave some of my stuff out of the way so I have plenty of room. Oops, I don't want to get in that paint. Let's get another card. I've got all these cards now been in the paint. All right, so let's go ahead and glue these down. Again, just give me a minute. I'll just kind of move them out of the way. It's probably easier. Let me just make a pile. Let's just make a pile. And if I run out, I'll just tear some more. Okay. It's just easier not to have to worry about dragging my arm through the ones that I'm working on, All right. So we'll just do one by one here. I'll do 2 or 3 at a time, and then I'll scrape. Because you really want to do that. Let's see. You really do want to scrape, mash them down with a card. Because you will have bubbles and wrinkles. And maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't mind the bubbles and the wrinkles. Let's see. Arlene's made Masterboards full page doodles as a background to reuse. Okay, yeah. All right, let's get one more on here, and then I'll scrape these down. Alrighty. Get another card. Let's see what I've got some more here, sitting here somewhere. Here we go. And because you got the matte medium on top, it kind of glides. It's easy to smash, because if you don't have any matte medium on the top, you're probably going to tear your paper, because it's the matte medium, the wet matte medium, that lets you slide over the top like that. All right, let's do another row. Oh, no, I want the other side. I want the colorful side. There we go. those. And the reason I just kind of do a few at a time is because before it dries. You want it wet to start scraping it off, just so that you don't tear your papers. Let's see, Sean, I have trouble figuring out a focal point. Well, you don't need to figure out a focal point here. Not till you cut them up into the cards. And then if you don't have a focal point on your card, then just add something to it. Add a focal point, add a sticker or some more papers, or paint your own little image or whatever. This part, you don't need a focal image. Well, I mean, in my world, I don't know what, masterboards these days, they probably have all other kinds of stuff they do with them. This is a way I've always made them, is just, they're going to be cut up. It's going to be cut up, so you don't really have to worry about it at this stage. There's no, I mean, I'm kind of going by colors here, and that's, the yellow one, I picked all those tulips and all that. But you don't even have to do that, because the cards, after you finish cutting them up, the cards don't have to be a set. They can just be an individual ATC or art card on a standalone. So if it's a standalone, it doesn't matter if anything else matches, right? Or color coordinates or anything like that. I'm pouring out a little bit more matte medium here. If there's going to be standalones, okay. So at this point, all I'm just thinking about is just getting a whole bunch of cool images and colors glued down. Okay, let's go ahead and mash these. And as you mash them, you're picking up excess matte medium as well, which you can always just put right back down. All right, a couple more. And here comes the cat. Oh, I was going to say, don't let the cat in because I got wet paint on the ground there.
No problem. Barbie was asleep on my pants.
She missed you, honey.
Yeah. She's been talking my head off since I came in. Good morning, viewers.
Yeah, do you want to talk about what you did while I let this kind of sit for a minute?
Well, sure.
You have to move up here so you're close to the microphone.
Right.
Hang on, let me scrape this last little layer down. And then I'll let Hubster talk a little bit. And I'll show some pictures while I got some pictures.
Okay.
All right, wait, let me clean my hands off first.
All right, I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll be quiet.
No, you don't have to be quiet.
Okay. Good morning, folks. This is the Hubster. But anyway, I was going to take a couple of minutes and tell you about my trip to Los Angeles. Went out to see my daughter, my grandson, and my son-in-law last week. And some of you know that Annie and Dan are my daughter and son or grandson. But anyway, I took my little granddaughter with me, who loves to go with me to California. So we left. Oh,
go ahead.
We left early Wednesday morning last week, and went to the airport. Of course, we got on the flight and flew on out there.
You're getting into the details. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Then when my daughter picked me up, we went straight to Warner Brothers. And I love going to Warner Brothers. It's a lot of fun. We went to their gift shop and all that.
And this is what I always request when he goes, is the tissue paper that the gifts are wrapped in, like coffee mugs and everything.
Excuse me, who's telling this story? Mary?
Well, I wanted to show it.
Well, I was going to get to that. All right. And one of the requests from Dee Dee is that I always bring her back some of the Bugs Bunny tissue paper, which I brought her back gobs of it. And so anyway, we left Warner Brothers and immediately went out to In-N-Out Burgers and had lunch. filled up on the best cheeseburger and fries I've ever had in my entire life. It was awesome. And then later on that evening, my little grandson is big into wrestling, and he's big into the mixed martial arts and that sort of thing. So he had a practice meet that Wednesday evening. So I went with my son-in-law to watch Logan do his practice for about 2 hours, actually. And then we came back home Thursday. We got up. My daughter made us a big breakfast. We took off and went to downtown Los Angeles and went to a couple of shopping areas and did some shopping. Went to a place called, what's the name of that darn place?
I don't know.
The Grove. I was talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a place called the Grove. My little granddaughter likes.
You can tell me any of these pictures that match.
Okay, my little granddaughter likes the store Brandy Melville, so I usually let her go get whatever she wants there. And
because you're an awesome granddad who spoils her.
Well, that's true. I've only got one granddaughter. And then, love In-N-Out burgers. Janet, love In-N-Out burgers. And so anyway, after we went to and did all the shopping, we what did we do?
I don't know. Here's the pictures. You can pick out something to talk about.
All right. Well, we went to did some more shopping, went back. Friday was kind of a chill day. We just kind of hung around the house. And then Saturday we got up and went straight down and had brunch.
Is this where you had brunch?
Yeah, we had brunch. You can show that. That's Annie and Dan.
Yeah, I showed that earlier. Okay, Go ahead.
We had brunch at Italy, which is in downtown Los Angeles, and you can see the skyline.
You ate on the rooftop, didn't you?
We ate on the rooftop, and the food was fantastic. And then, I know where we ate at Thursday afternoon. We ate at a place called Son of a Gun, and we had oysters on the half shell. We had salad. We had the food was just great, just great. So anyway, on Saturday, we went down to Los Angeles, and we had the brunch at Italy. Then from there, we went over to see the Bradbury building, which is, I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Blade Runner with Harrison Ford. But anyway, it was great. There's Annie and Logan right there. But anyway, it's a great place to go visit. And it's just a building right now. And it's old from like the 1920s.
You can't read it there, but there's a plaque that they have up from Blade Runner, and it's flashing out. You can't really see it.
Yeah,
but.
And it's got a picture of Harrison Ford there. Of course, we all know he was Rick Deckard from the movie. And a good picture. And there's some pictures of the inside. If you've seen the movie Blade Runner, you'll probably recognize those iron stairwells. And what they did, the movie set guys, when they went in there, was remarkable how they set all that up. So that I think I'll go watch Blade Runner this afternoon. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. There you go. More pictures of the Bradbury building. And there's an old U.S. mail chute where you can start dropping your letters if you have outgoing mail. Oh, no, those are actually the elevators.
That's the elevator. And you can't go up in it, can you?
No, they won't let you use them. It's only for props now, I think, for movies. And I think that's the mailbox chute. And that used to be, the old folks, well, not the old folks, but the old buildings like that.
Not the old folks.
When they had letters, they dropped them off and go all the way down to the letterbox.
Oh, here it is. There's the mailbox.
Yeah, there you go. So it was really cool.
I think the other ones were the elevator.
Yeah. And I think the postal carrier probably just went to each individual office, but the outgoing mail was all dropped in that one.
Yeah, there's
box.
There's the chute there.
Yeah. So it was really neat. So after we left there was an old car show that it was all the people that were sponsoring the old car show. I'm talking about vehicles from the 1930s and 40s.
Like this one?
Yeah, like that. Well, and some of the 50s. But they were all wearing zoot suits, for Pete's sake.
Do you have any pictures of the zoot suit people?
I didn't get any pictures of the zoot suit people because
well, here's one of those cars there.
Yeah, so there was an old car show. It was really, really neat. They blocked off half of the streets, and they had all the old cars. They had a band playing there, and he was singing songs from the 30s and 40s. It was really neat, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And then y'all also had, is this when you had that was just a lunch Annie made right outside her house?
That was dinner on
okay.
Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Actually, one of Dan's mother's friends, their real estate agent, was supposed to come over and have dinner with her.
But she was sick.
Yeah, she was sick. Her name was Roz, and she's done lots of acting. She's done a lot of TV commercials. She's a singer. So
Well, I don't really talk about it much. That Annie's, who Annie's married. Annie's married to John Cryer's brother, and so they have a lot of actor friends.
yeah, and so it was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, and then after that we left. I think we went back to the house, and that's when Annie made the dinner.
Yeah, that looks
And,
so good.
Yeah, and so we just now Friday night. I forgot Friday night.
Oh, here's one of their in the garage where they all watch the MMA.
Yeah, and Logan had about 6 or 7 of his buddies come over. I made hamburgers for all of them, and it was a lot of fun. Good boys, every one of them. So
well, you can't really see their faces, which I don't really want to, but you see his group there.
yeah, those are all the little wrestlers. But anyway, we came back, got up about 2 o'clock in the morning yesterday, Eastern time, and Annie took us to the airport and dropped us all, and our flight left at 6. And me and Sam flew on back, and our Uber guy stood us up.
There's Logan and Dan right there at one of the. Is that in and out or?
No, that wasn't an in and out. I forget where that was.
That's okay. I'm just showing random pictures.
And anyway, had a delightful time.
And there's Dan, Logan, and Hubster.
Yeah, that's Hubster on the right, Dan on the left, and then my grandson in the middle. That's where we'd gone to Brandy Melville for Sam. Your chat has stopped.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
No, they're probably just listening to you, honey.
Oh, am I that mesmerizing?
Yeah, you are. I mean, I'll just do a test, but I'm sure they're just listening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's still moving.
Oh,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah, and so, but anyway, we had a delightful time. The visit was too short. Sam and I flew back yesterday, and we had to go find another Uber that would bring us home. And of course, the traffic in the area was horrible.
So yeah, there we go. That showed all the pictures.
Was that the Warner Brothers gift shop?
Oh no, I don't know if I showed the Warner Brothers gift shop.
Yeah.
I know you love going there, don't you?
I love going to Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
I've been there probably half a dozen times. Well, probably more than that.
There's the Warner Brothers gift. Is that it?
No, that's not it.
No,
that
that's
was
another one. That's a vintage place,
yeah,
right?
that was one of the vintage shopping places we went to.
All right, I'm scrolling back. Let me see.
Quickly.
Well, is that it? No.
Yeah, no, that wasn't it either.
Well, then I don't have the pictures of it.
Maybe I didn't take any. I thought I did. So.
I did. I had somewhere. I had that one of Logan with but I think that's under videos where he was doing the little the dumbbells with it. Yeah. I don't know if I have that on here. Let's see. But go ahead.
And as usual, I always brought Dee Dee an armful of gifts. She loves that. She only lets me go if I bring her back an armful of gifts.
I don't either. I just want the tissue paper.
Yeah, and that was the main thing she wanted, which is funny.
Yeah.
So, but the tissue paper is kind of neat. It's got the Bugs Bunny characters and so on there. So, but anyway,
no, I don't have a video of.
Okay, well Logan. Maybe I didn't take a still.
Well, yeah, I don't think you took a still. Anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll get out of your hair.
Oh, you're not in my hair. I want you to talk and tell us what Samantha enjoyed every bit of it.
Well, my little granddaughter tells me that she loves California. She loves going with me to California, and so on. I usually take her first class. To me, that's the only way to travel. Sorry, folks.
Well, you just like to spoil Samantha. I know.
Well, she's a good girl. I'm very proud of her.
She works hard in school. She has 2 jobs, full-time student.
Yeah, she goes
straight A's.
Yeah, so very proud of her. And she's totally focused on school. She's not doesn't have any boyfriends right now. And but anyway, if you've never been to California, it's absolutely beautiful. But the price of gasoline was like $5.09 a gallon.
That's crazy.
$5.79. I saw it all the way up to $6.09 in one place. Oh, good grief! And so it's really kind of expensive out there, but it's so beautiful. The weather is so nice. In the evening, the temperature, because my daughter lives kind of up in the mountains, and the temperature, as soon as the sun goes down, it really starts cooling off, and it's great. So, but anyway, okay, that's all I got, Weedy.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the info.
You're welcome.
I'm just cleaning up my glue so I can continue our project.
Well, there's such pretty hands.
I'm sure everybody said hi to you, and
yeah, they sure did.
So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
All right,
up
honey.
here.
All right. Well, let me know when you head out.
All right.
Thank you for your update.
Okay.
Don't let Malibu in because I got wet paint on the
She
floor.
was sleeping on my pants.
She'll sleep on your pants. Oh,
Yeah,
she missed
my head off a while ago.
Well, she missed you. That's so cute. The cats missed Hubster. Okay, so there you go, guys. Thanks for. They're all saying thank you.
Okay, man.
All right, so let's see here. Let's bring them back. Here's the first one we did. I'm going to go ahead and just trim down anything hanging over the edge here. There we go. Thank y'all for being a good sport with Hubster. He's always so excited to go out there and visit. And so is Samantha, and they come back all, refreshed. All right, let's see. Yeah. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks. Hi, Raul. Who else am I missed? Raul said Terry, Carla. I know I missed people coming in. I said hi to Arlene, Melinda, because I wasn't seeing chat very well while Hubster was sitting in front of the chat. There's Christopher, Brooke with an E. I said hi to Linda Rentz earlier. Who else am I missed? Yeah, there you go. Janet. Let's see, Kathleen. Oh, and I did write this down. Where did I write it down? I wanted to save it because here it is. This is going last week. I don't remember what day it was, Monday or Wednesday. And Denise and I did Saturday yard sale haul. So if y'all missed that, y'all got to go back. I'm telling you, we got some good stuff. Y'all got to go watch the yard sale haul that we did on Saturday, the video we did on Saturday. But anyway, it was either last Monday or Wednesday. Kristen S. said this. And it has to go in the wingnut book. Let me get the wingnut book. I wrote it down when I went back and scrubbed through the chat. When I scrubbed through the chat, and it's the wingnut book because we're all just a bunch of wingnuts. So anyway, this is years and years and years of funny, quippy, quotey, quick-witted things that you guys say. So Kristen S., you made the wingnut book, and it said, Dee Dee is back at it, slapping dragons, poking eyeballs, and cutting things off. Now, you had to be at the stream to understand how fun this was. So it's going in the wingnut book. So yeah, Kristen S. I laughed at that. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, let's see, do I need to trim anything? Here's a little bit of trimming down here. So these we're making, they're currently called these masterboards, where you glue a bunch of stuff or paint stuff and do stuff on them and you cut them up. So what's what we're going to do? We're not making ATCs. We're going to make art cards, which are 3x4. Also, don't forget, guys, in the community tab, you have to scroll down one, and every week you have to scroll back. So I can't pin it. I tried to pin it, but anyway, all the information on the zine swap. The zine swap, if you want to be in the zine swap with me and Janet, is you have to go read all the instructions. I do have a video on it from last Monday, I think. And but in my community tab is all the information about the zine swap. You have until July 15th to get the zine swap to Janet. And you can get a hold of Janet. I don't know if she wants to put her email in there, Janet. And then you contact Janet. She'll tell you where to mail your zine. And you mail 6. You mail 6 copies. Don't send your original. Mail 6 copies and you get 5 back. And we're just allowing 1 set per person. So one, and you can, the prompts, there's 15 prompts to choose from in the community tab. You can see that there's 15 prompts to choose from, and you have to pick at least 3, or you can pick more, 3 or more prompts from the list of 15 that we just picked out randomly. Okay. So, and make a zine, and then make 6 copies. You have to fold and cut them. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Janet. Janet will pay for the international returns, but please put your envelope in there. Even though Janet's paying for your return postage if you're international, put your return envelope with your address already written out and ready for Janet to put the zines in, and put some postage on it. So don't forget, y'all do not forget the self-addressed stamped envelopes, please, because then Janet has to find an envelope, fill it all out. You know, y'all do that work for her. Do that work for her. Yeah, okay. Janet put her email in there, and remember, there's no spaces. There's a dot in there. There's a dot. There it is. There's a dot in there, but no spaces. Don't space out Janet space M space. It's all one word. People say, "Well, I can't find your." That's because you put a space in there. There's no space, but you got to put the dot. Okay, so let's see. Let's move that out of the way, and let's see. The next thing I want to do, and you can do different things. You can do it however you want. I'm just, showing y'all some of the ways that are fun to do these boards before you cut them up. All right, so now you can either add some more paint, you can scrape some paint, but we're going to use some stencils next. And you can use stamps. Oh, we'll also use at least one stamp. Let's see here. Let's get out Carrie, Ceri, Carrie the Crafter. This is one of his foam stamps. You can use foam stamps. Let's do this one with just foam stamps. It'll be fun. All right, so let's get let me get me a sponge here. I'm gonna get a sponge. It's just like a makeup sponge. You can cut them in half and whatever you want. Okay, and then we'll get some other. Let me get another thing of paint here. Let me get this palette out here, and let's see what colors we want to use. Let's do some blue. Let's see. Let's just get some plain blue. Maybe that's too purple. I don't want purple. Let's see here. What blue do I want? What blue do I want? Maybe this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. This is Moody Blue. We'll put out some Moody Blue. And then probably some black, maybe some Moody Blue and black. Okay, so let's put out some Moody Blue and some black. Now remember, you don't need these stamps and stencils and everything to be perfect because this is all going to get cut up. The more random it is. All right, so let's see. What do I do with the sponge that I just had sitting here? Well, I don't know where it went. Is it sitting here? I don't see the sponge. Well, let me get another one. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to take, and I'll put some black. I should probably tap it, probably be the best. But it doesn't have to be completely covered, and it doesn't have to be that neat. Then put some blue, and the next one I'll put more blue and then black. I'm just going to stamp maybe a couple places. Let's put a little bit more blue on this one. I probably should have two sponges because it's just going to be all black if I don't. Because the black is dominant. So let me use black with one sponge and blue with the other one. Okay, so we'll do it like two at a time because I want at least that much. Okay, so let's put some more blue. Thanks, everybody, for listening to Hubster's little story about L.A. He loves going out there and visiting, and of course, Samantha does too. All right, there we go. So you can just kind of see how I'm kind of filling in, but we got the yellow background. Hi, Vol. Anybody else I'm missing? I'm sure I'm missing somebody coming in. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Doing a little, and I showed at the beginning, I showed a whole bunch of my art cards. I'll probably pull the tray back up here after a while, but I'm just going to go ahead and you can get at least two good prints off of a stamp. And if I was doing this, like I want the design to be real crisp and everything, I'd be more conscientious of how I'm stamping and everything, but I'm just trying to fill in. And again, when we cut this up, they can be standalone cards. These things don't have to all coordinate or anything because you're gonna cut them up, and they don't have to be standalone or coordinating or matching or anything like that. Now, after I finish this, I will go and wash this stamp out because you don't want acrylic paint sitting on your foam stamps. You don't want that. You'll ruin them. I'm getting quite a bit of mileage out of that one. So let's see. Let's go down here, here, here. All right. All right. A few more, a couple more anyway. Just a couple more. Then I'll go rinse this stamp out so it stays, you know, nice. All right. I think I got pretty good there. Okay. So now we got our background. All right, let me go rinse this stamp off real quick. Just a second. Okay, rinse that out. Let's see, let's dry it and think about the next layer. There goes the garage door. Hubster's heading out for a couple of errands. Let's dry this. Hi, Tex. Tex Cheryl. Anybody else I missed? So hi to Tori. Hermie. Oh, wait and cut both sheets up at the same time. Okay, so now the next one we're going to do a stencil. We'll do a stencil on this one. Okay, all right, let's see, what stencil do I want here? Let me go over here and look. Let's see what we got over here. Hang on, I'm digging through. Well, I like this one. I haven't used this in a long time. Let's see, I haven't used either one of these in a long time. This one's kind of fun. It just popped up out of the little box that I keep them in. So let's maybe do this. Now let's see, what color do we want to use? Do we want to use a coral color? Maybe coral. Or I really like the blue though. Maybe the blue. I have the blue already here. So maybe the blue and some coral. Let's see. Let me find some coral color. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. Our peachy coral color. So we'll do these. Oh, I haven't opened this one. Let me crack this one open. Hang on, guys. There we go. Make sure it's shaken well. Okay. All right. Now, I washed these sponges out and they're wet. You don't want to use a wet sponge with a stencil because all that moisture is going to go up underneath the stencil. So I'm going to get another piece of sponge that's dry. Let's see here. Here's a dry one. All right. So I'll probably need two, a pink and a blue. Let's get another one. So I just got a couple pieces here. All right. So let's see. Let's start with the peach color here. So I'm just going to use this. Hopefully I'm not making too big of a mess on myself. There we go. All right. Is that, I mean, probably kind of bright. Let me turn the brightness down just a little. Hang on. It's a little on the bright side. There we go. That's better. Let's see. If I'm missing you, I don't mean to. Well, I'll see you. I'll catch up with y'all late, on the later on the replay. All right. So I'm on a, piece of board here, or a poster board, so that I can go over the edges if I need to. All right. So let's just see what this looks like. I might have just did that too heavy, but we'll see. We'll do a couple of tests here. I don't know if this is if this color is going to be that opaque. The blue might be better. We'll test both. White would be good too. White would show up really well. But I was trying to do some colors instead of just black and white. Okay, let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's not really showing up that much. It's a little bit. But I think I'm going to go with the blue. Let's go in here with the blue and see what happens. Or maybe I might even go in with white, because I think white will be really nice and stand out. But let's go with the blue. Let's see what happens. Again, we're going to cut these up, so they don't have to go together. You could put it 5 different colors if you want. I'm just going to see what's going to stand out on the full board here. Okay, let's see how that looks. It's a little bit, not a whole lot better. I'm going to put a couple of blue ones on, then I'll put some white, just so you can see. So you can see the nice contrast. So we'll do 2 more blue, and then we'll add some white in there. And you can use different stencils, different size stencils. I just haven't used this one in a while. It's not the best. It's not the best for this, but that's okay. All right, let's add some white in there. Let's see. Here we go. Because it's not really showing up like I want. So there's still blue on the sponge, but we're going to go ahead and add some. We'll just add the white right in there. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what happens with this. It just might have needed to be a little brighter blue. And you can dry and add a whole nother layer of another stencil over the top of this after it dries. Yeah, that's better. You can see that show up better. All right, let's do a couple more of those. There's just a little blue in the sponge with the white paint. Yeah, that's a little better. A little cloud effect or something. Let's go over here. Let's go this way. Then we'll dry them and cut them. All right, let's do one more. Maybe some up here at the top. All right, I think that's good. All right, let me drop this in the water here. Okay, let's see what we got going on. Hi, Devin. Anybody else coming in? I miss Carla. Red or orange will pop. Yeah, red would too. Yeah, red. Yeah, I put some red in this one, but also because it's got a lot of flowers in it. Sometimes when I splatter, put red, it kind of looks a little like gory. So I kind of limit that one. All right, let's see. Let's move this out of the way. Let's dry this. I can put some orange or some more pink. Maybe we'll just take a little pink, and let's do that before it will finish drying. So I'm just going to pick up some of this pink, the orangey salmon color, and I'm just going to go in here wherever there's some space. Let's just put in some orange in these spaces. And of course, the white's good too. The white is nice. on these. White's always good as a negative space. So that's good too. But I'm just going to go ahead because we have it sitting here. Let's just go ahead and use up some of this orange, salmon color. Just kind of spread that color around. I miss Janet, what you said you might be doing today. Janet comes on at 1. And so I miss what she's going to do today. I'll try to keep eyeballing the chat so I can catch it. I always go, Janet, what are you going to do today? And she has to tell me 3 times before I see it. All right. And this also, if you have any torn edges where your paper, you've torn your paper and, to glue down, this is a good way to cover up torn edges. If you don't want the torn edges, just put some paint down. And we'll see what this looks like at the end. Plain in the 365-day feel-good journal. Okay, I saw it that time, Janet. I saw it. All right, there we go. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's go ahead and hit it with here. Let's do one more right down here. Hit it with the heat tool. It might need some black splatter too. I don't know, but I think sometimes a splatter is best left at the very end when you're doing the individual cards, rather than it just makes then you can be a little bit more purposeful in the splatters. Okay, I think that might be good enough. All right, so now I'm just going to cut it down enough, probably just in half. I was going to cut it, and you can measure if you want to make sure you get the, the most real estate to cut down, because this will not fit in my paper cutter. And again, if you don't have to do them this big, you can just do them on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper or 12 by 12, whatever. You can do them smaller. I'm doing this so we can make more cards faster, and that's why we're doing this. Okay. Cutter out here, and oops, the little thing came out here. Oops, let's put this back in, the little guard there. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut this in half with scissors. I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to fold it in half just so I can cut it in half, and then we'll cut down into cards with the paper cutter. Okay. And let's do the other one too while we're at. Well, this one I probably could add a little bit more yellow or orange to it. Or red. I could add some more red to it, or blue. We'll just leave it as it is. We'll just go ahead and cut this one as it is. But you can add whatever you want. Like I said, a lot of times I just make these with 8.5 by 11, but because we're streaming and I want to make a lot of them, I'm just going to cut them down like this, and we'll trim. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Got to make some space. All right. That stencil. Okay. So do I trim them down enough to fit under here? We'll see. Yeah, that'll fit. Okay. Leave that for a minute. Okay, so now my cards, I want them to be 3 by 4. So I can do it a couple ways. I can either go 4 and then 3s. We'll just do that. All right, so let's just see what we can do here. So I'm going to cut a whole bunch in 4. And I got this leftover. Let's see how big it is. It's 3 inches with a little bit of left. Well, it's not quite. I'll use this for an ATC or something. It's not quite big enough. Okay, so now I want to cut these down to 4. And then I'll have this little leftover piece. All right, now I'm going to take and I'm going to find the edge that I cut at. So I want that to be the cast off edge. I don't see one here. So now I'm going to cut now 3. So I'm going to cut all these pieces down to 3. So we have 3 by 4 art cards rather than 2.5 by 3.5 ATCs. We've got, and see, I'll have little pieces left over. We're going to have 3 by 4. We're going to have 3 by 4 art cards. So I've already got the 4 inch. So now I'm cutting all these down to 3. This has a little bit of an edge to it. Let me trim that edge and then I'll go back. I know Janice probably already commented about how dirty my cutter is. Just ignore her, people. Just ignore her. Okay, this one's got a little bit of an edge I want to trim. And I'll show you both sets after I get them both cut. Okay, so let's move this to the side. Let's cut these down. We're going to do the same thing. First, I'll cut the 4 inch. I might be able to get 2 if I do 3. We'll just go with the same. There's different ways to cut them so that you can get the most out of them. Okay, 4 inches again. Okay, let's trim that little bit of edge. I'll do the 3 inches. Give me a minute. It takes a minute to do this, but we get more out of it. We get more cards than just doing an 8.5 by 11. We get 5, I think, out of that. So let's trim this off. And again, since Devin's here, it reminds me, like I said, you can use jelly plates to, do a background, or jelly plate the whole sheet, or, again, you don't have to do a big half poster size here. You can just do an 8.5 by 11 or a 12 by 12 sheet, a paper. I'm going to trim that off. Okay, a couple more. I need to trim. That's where I cut them in half, and it's got a little bit of a wonky edge. So. Okay. A couple more. I'm not looking at chat while I'm cutting, Angie. I'm not looking at chat while I'm cutting. It has a wonky edge too. Let me trim that off. Gonna try to, and I'm gonna give a lot of these away because I want y'all to practice them, to have fun with doing this. So, all right, there we go. Get this out of the way. Here's one of my trays I brought down this morning to show. Here's a bunch of the art cards in progress. Some are finished. A lot of them are not. And then of course I put a lot of them in binders and things like that. But and then here's 4x6 postcards made the same way. Here's some of the different sizes that I've made. Those are like Rolodex type sizes. And then just different sizes here. And here I compared it earlier, the difference between an artist trading card size and my art cards are 3x4. This is an official ATC is 2.5 by 3.5. So you can see the difference in the size there. And the difference in the size between the official ATC is like a baseball card, playing card size, 2.5 by 3.5. But I did that for like 4 years and did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And I got them in notebooks. If y'all want to see them, y'all tell me. I'll pull down the old ATCs if you want to see them. They're back from 2010, 11, 12. And so I moved up to 3x4 because you just have more real estate, more things to play with, So if y'all want to see, you like that little ASMR view? Okay, so let me show you what we got. You want to see some of the old ATCs? I'll show them to you. Okay, they're up on, I don't want y'all to see my feet, but I'm gonna have to climb up on the table to get to them because they're up there. Hubster ran an errand, so he's not here to get them down. So I'll have to climb up there and get them. All right. So here's what we got now. Okay, from those posters. And again, you can use them this way. You can use them this way. You can use it this way. You can turn them any way you want. So just kind of spend a little time and look at them and see what comes to you. Like I could see a little leprechaun or a little fairy or a little dragon head coming out of this flower. And you can put that down. Then you can paint it out. You can gold the edges. You could, put black or brown ink on the edges. And I always paint the backs black. And I like to varnish the ones I give away. I haven't varnished all my cards that I've ever made, but when I do a giveaway with you guys, like the postcards we did last week, I varnish them and send them out. But you can just look at them for a minute, take some time. And, if you make a stack, then just while you're watching TV or listening to a podcast, just pull these out with a notebook. You always should have a notebook or some Post-it notes or something that attract, to write down your ideas and just look at it and see what you see in it. That almost could be like a little whale tail right there, a part of a whale tail. Like maybe there's a whale tail there. So you find your focal point. Yeah, they're from the whole Ustream days, Stephanie. Some of them are before. Some of them are, I think some of my ATCs go back to 2008. Like a couple years before I started streaming on Ustream. Yeah, they're old. Some of them are old and they're all themed. See, back when you did ATC swaps back in the day, how it worked was the hostess would give you a theme. Let's just say it was fairy tales. They'd give you a theme of fairy tales. You usually sent in 6 and you get 5 back. And of course, you put all your information on the back, the name, the hostess, or your name, if you want everybody to know your email or whatever, anything you wanted them to know, it's all on the back, right? And then you'd send in originals. Now we're doing a zine swap with copies. Okay. When you do an official ATC swap, they're all originals. You don't make copies. I mean, there's some people that probably do that kind of swap where you're getting copies, but most ATC swaps and swappies want original art. So you'd have to make a bunch, and like you'd make 6 different ones like this. You'd make 6 different cards on your original cards, not copies. Very specific about that. We did not swap copies. of ATCs. Now, I'm not even talking about the zines right now. That's a whole different category. Okay. But we would make 6 originals and you would get 5 back. Okay. Some people rounded the edges. I always most of the time, painted the backs and put all my information on. Sometimes I rounded the corners and whatever. And then you send them to the hostess. And the reason that you only get 5 back is because the hostess always got to keep 1. It's a lot of work to do a swap, especially if you have 20, 30, 40 people in a swap. That hostess worked for that 1 card that you're giving her for free. And then you get 5 originals back. No copies. You get originals back. Okay, let's see here. See, y'all views already imagining seeing things in these cards. But again, you can turn them different ways. You know, just look at your cards from your masterboard to see what you like. Sometimes you just like the abstractness of it. Like right here, I see a building. That looks like it needs to have a castle right there, like a castle there. This one, I still think that needs to have a whale tail. And let me just see what else I kind of play with here. Do I see anything in particular with these? You know what I mean? You can just kind of look at them. I'll make a couple, and then I'm going to give away the blanks. Like, well, I say blanks. I'm going to give them away like this, and you have to make something with them. Don't send them back. This is not a swap. It's not a trade. It's not a swap. It's just I want y'all to play with them and kind of have fun with them, you know? Not to pick at least just 2 from each batch. But if I see something, all right, so let me go ahead and flip through all the ones that we cut down here. And again, you know, flip them around. Look and see what you see in them. So you see how these make cool backgrounds for you to start your cards on? You know, this one I can see a little skateboarder or something going down that hill. And you can make them, you know, you can make them portrait or landscape. This looks like a little house here. This would be easy to add something to. That looks like a tree and a house and on a hill as it is, right? This could have a little person's head on it. This already looks like a body. Are y'all getting inspired to make some? Well, so with the numbers in yellow, it must look like big feeling spots. Well, it can be anything you want. That's the thing about these. Or any collage art, really, or any, you know, any surreal art or collage art or any, it can be any art, actually. You know, it's what you see in it. You know, it's what you see. I see somebody, like there's a high cliff here, and the lower cliffs, maybe somebody's either climbing up here or jumping off here over to here. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, so there we go. So there's a bunch of, there's a few there. So, oh, this one has a little thing. It needs to be trimmed off there where I didn't quite trim that off. There we go. So we might work on those. Now let's look at the other batch. Okay. Paracording. Yeah, it could be. All right. So these have more, these are more abstract looking to me. I mean, like, you know, again, there's different things. This looks like a little person could be sitting in a shell, like a little Poseidon or Nemo or something sitting in a shell in undersea, maybe. I don't know. I'm just kind of just looking at them and just my initial reaction to them, you know. Again, this could be a background. This could be a little, some kind of creature. It almost looks like one of those little monkey. Look, let me show you. It almost looks like one of those little monkeys. Where here? Or a little Ewok. A little Ewok. You can just leave it like that. I like it just like this. Maybe a couple little other things. But look how cute that is, just with a little Ewok in there. Oh my goodness. And of course, this one has a little bit of a bird in there. He could be flying up. He could be flying down. He could be flying upside down. Well, you just kind of look, there's a mountain right there. Look, that's a Bob Ross mountain right there. Look, where's my palette knife? This is a Bob Ross mountain. If I can find my palette. Here we go. Look, let's see here. I was going to pick up a little bit of this black that's sitting over there. Okay, we can finish that mountain right there. Okay, finish that little hill right there's a little Bob Ross scraping mountain right there. You know how Bob Ross does with his palette knife. And put some more white over it. Let's move that to the side though, because it's wet. Oh, let me get my baby wipe here. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This one might be just being nice with some tree branches. Just paint in some tree branches with maybe this one little, you don't have to add collage to them. You could just paint on them too. You could paint a scene. You don't have to collage. You can paint on these, right? You can do whatever you want. So I'm just flipping them around just so you can see different perspectives. But yeah, so this is how we used to do our masterboards before they were called masterboards, and cut them up to make, little scenes or images, or sometimes the color, like look at this, or you can just maybe just do something abstract, like I don't have a black. Here I got a Sharpie, but I mean just even something, you could do little designs, little doodles. You could just doodle on them. It doesn't have to be a whole scene if you don't want it to be. It can be whatever. Make some little road there. Maybe the sketch in there. Maybe there's a cave back there. And who knows what's in that cave. But it might be, or that might just be a giant. There we go. See, now I did that. So now that I put those little eyes on it, now this needs to be spider legs. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7. Well, that could be one there, but let's do 8. Hi, Lisa. Speaking of arms. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, yeah, there we go. So you see, oh, thank you, Fatbird Finds Crafting, for your super chat. If you send me your address, I'll send you out something. You got to email me your address. I don't share your address with anybody. I don't put you on an email list. So if you want to send me your address to be, get some happy mail, here's my email. Just tell me, when you email me, tell me your screen name so I know who you are. You know what I mean? Because I know that's not your real name. So, and I mean, I can mail it to Fatbird Finds care of whatever, but You're welcome. Thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate that. So there's the Ewok and a spider. We'll see what we want to do with these. Again, this just to me could be a tree, But let me continue to flip through just so you can see. Look, this could be a hill. This could be a water. This could be a waterfall. This could be like this. Let's just do a little. Be a little waterfall like this. And then maybe I don't know. There's something peeking out down there. I got the little eyes going on here. little cave people going on. We might play with those 3. All right. Oh, let me finish going through them. Let's see. I'll just keep going with these. All right. See that? Look, that looks like like maybe a little robot or something. Here, let's do this. Like some kind of little crab robot guy. So when y'all get some, if I'm gonna give them away. Y'all can play with them and just look how much you got to work with, right? Look how much you got to work with on these. You know, this right up here could be a little planet up here, and maybe some little stars up in there. Maybe right up in here. No, it's not as hard as you think. I think people just get hung up on, oh my gosh, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. This one had a little. I got the hiccups from my lemon water again. This has a little face in it. Look, this could be feathers. And again, I kind of got paint right on her face. I might fix that. But you see, you could have feathers all in there. This almost looks like a woman right there with her arms, like she's kind of flying. This could be a wing. She's leaning forward, and that could be a wing right there. Y'all see it? See the wing and her arms like back right there, and she's kind of leaning in. She might be kind of flying in. Maybe this is ocean down here, the water or lake or something down here. And you just don't ever feel, you always want to be able free to paint over things, write over things, doodle over things. Don't feel, oh, there's a little spot right there. That I can't do anything with that. Paint it out. Paint it out. Look, a sailboat right there. Ocean. Maybe there's a lot of sea things going on. Maybe there's a little landmass over here. See? Y'all see it, right? This could be a wave, or it could be some clouds, or it could be a waterfall. It could be a wave. This could be a cliff right back up in here with maybe there's just a little, maybe there's a little tree up in here. Up on that cliff. And this is, waves splashing up on the cliff. All right, I think we got enough ideas and some things, and I'm going to give away some and doodle with some. Again, now I want to show y'all. Now we started this like this one. Let's start with this one where I said this could be maybe something peeking out of the. Let's go ahead and zoom in now. Let's zoom in because we got rid of the big board. Okay. Yeah, so y'all are all seeing all kinds of things in it. And that's what you should do, and that's what you want to do. And don't be afraid to, don't be afraid to just, something in here. But what I wanted to show you is you could just use, stickers or cutouts or all the collage books we have, but I'm just going to pull a sticker book. Let's see, what sticker book do I want to have here? Maybe the C one here, one of the C ones, fashion, seashore sticker anthology book one. Now, a lot of the sticker books, I have to tell you, one of the things about sticker books is they usually have a white edge on them. I always cut that off. Where's my scissors? I always cut the white edge off. All right, but let's go with that one here. That we had something maybe coming out of this flower here. Do we want it to be, or right here, a whale tail, or some other kind of maybe the octopi coming out of there? I'm just going to flip a minute and just kind of get a little inspiration. Okay. She's an Olympian. Yes, roll. I'm just going to look here and just see what I feel, what attracts me to it. It could even be like, look at the yellow and the red and the blue. Look at the colors right there. That's kind of like, let's just go with this. We're just going to play with it. Now, one thing I do tell people when you're using stickers, especially if you're putting stickers on top of acrylic paint, you don't want to rely on the stickiness of the sticker. You want to put put some glue on it. Okay, so let's just go ahead and cut this out real quick. Almost done. And I keep my glue upside down in a thing here with make sure the lid's on though. That way the glue is always ready to use. It's always right there at the tip, ready to go. But don't forget the lid because you'll have a cup full of glue if you don't. All right, let's see here. Now, do I want him coming up this way? Do I just want him coming across the top here? Let's just do it. Let's just do a simple thing here. Let's just do this. Just to kind of give you the idea. Then you can put some bubbles. We could paint some black or some other color in here. Let's see, maybe something else. Maybe one of these kind of coming up. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this guy right here, just coming facing up, like just to give it a kind of an abstract-y kind of fun. Let's get him up there. So I'm only going to use part of him. So I'm just going to, I'll save that fishtail for later. I'm just going to have him coming up like this. Okay. And then you could draw in some little coral or what do you call it? Not coral, but seaweed kind of thing. You could draw some seaweed in there. You could paint in some more black, make some bubbles. You could make, have the fish have bubbles. So you see, it's not hard if you just, don't intimidate yourself. And I do like to either put a gold or a black or some kind of, I got the black sitting here, so let me just go ahead and do that. I got some black sitting here, so I'm just going to go ahead and put some black edge, like a little edge around it. Oop, I got a little crusty thing there. Okay. Heat gun. Thanks, Kevin. I'm going to complete one just so y'all can kind of see. Got to be 100% dry. Okay, now maybe do I want white bubbles? I'll do white bubbles just because it'll show up better. Oh, I do want a little bit of, let me go ahead and put just a little bit of a highlight in the fish eye. Just a tiny, tiny little highlight in the fish eye. Of course, I want to make sure that's dry. There's a little bit of black, right? I mean, a little something there, a little spot of something. So I'll just take a little Sharpie or something, maybe make a little extra lines in that fish there. And you can, go in here with your paint, tiny little brushes. You can, add as much detail as you want. Something like that. It's just enough. I like the abstractness of the background. Okay, so maybe just a couple little bubbles like that. Let's make that one a little bigger. Okay, now let me dry that. sure it's dry. So I'm going to go in here and, yeah, it's dry. All right. So now what I do, let's just say it's completely finished. This is what I do with them. You don't have to do this step. Okay. You make your art cards however you want and however you want to keep them. But especially when I mail out completed ones. Now I'm going to mail these out to y'all just like, kind of like this. You're going to have to finish them yourselves. However, I'm not edging these samples for you or varnishing them because you have to finish them, right? You have to finish. Look, there's a guy right there, somebody right there. Looks like he's got his hand up waving. Hey there, hey. I just saw that. So then I use a Deco Art, Americana Deco Art. The bottle may look a little different, but I always use high gloss. You want to make sure it's a water base. Don't get an oil based one of these things or you will never get it dry. Okay. Hi, Melody, Jasper, Mama 4. Who else am I missing here? Scrolling, see if I'm missing everything else. I said hi to Ruth E. Lovely's Crafting Lodge. So then I just put about a size of maybe a quarter, about the size of a quarter. And if you don't want to use your fingers, use a foam brush. If you use a paintbrush, you're going to have lines in it, painty lines. I just use my finger and I just kind of go from the middle out to the edge like this. Turn it all the way out to the edge like that. One coat. Whoops, don't drop it. One coat like that. And then if you lay it flat, it'll level out. It'll level out. Now, you don't want any bubbles. You don't want to make sure you got any bubbles in it. But those little bit of streaks will level out. Now, the other tip I give you is do this step if you varnish them. Do this step before you do the back. And the reason is if you paint this black or whatever color, put your information on, and then you do the varnishing and you accidentally touch the back, you're going to have a spot of shine there. It's not going to show up right there, but you'll have a shiny spot on the black of your background. So you don't want to do the back until this is dry. And I always leave it overnight. It's usually dry in a couple hours, but I won one of these cards recently and the varnish finish is really strong. Yeah, it does bring it together. It makes it all cohesive, doesn't it? If there's any little shiny bits or any defects in anything, it smooths it all out. Look at the difference. I mean, you can just see it right there. Here, look at the difference. You can just see the difference in the way it looks. So I'll set this aside and let it dry. And then after it dries, I'll paint the back black with black, flat, matte craft paint. And I'll write, sign it on the back. So if you're doing an ATC swap, you're going to want, the information. And I'm going to do some of this and do a giveaway. And then I'll climb up there. I'll climb up there and get my ATC. I don't think I can get this. See, the table right here goes up. And my computer goes all the way to the side. And how I would normally get up there, I'll put some socks on so you don't have to see my feet. But I'm going to climb up there so I can get on the top shelf and get my binders of old ATCs. And I mean, from other people. Those are my collection from other people. Mine are, I got a lot of them in my own personal binders and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside to dry. Let me get another baby wipe here. Some more baby wipes. I can go through a pack of baby wipes easy. I mean, a couple of projects and I'm gone through a pack. Thanks for hiding my feet. Yeah, my feet are not gross. My feet are cute. And I have painted toenails. My toenails are painted blue, just like my fingernails. Okay, but anyway. All right, so let me move this stuff to the side here and put this little, I was going to say, maybe we can find something else out of the fish book. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at this right here. We'll do one more. We'll do one more, and then I'm going to do a giveaway. I'll give away my little crab one and the little Ewok one. I'm just going to put them in the pile, so when I give them away, you'll get what you get. I'll put some people don't like spiders, so I better keep the spider. I'll keep the spider. Let's look at this one. We'll do one more. So this almost looks like a little building or something. So maybe we could find something with let's look let's see. I'm not the botanist. Let's look at the cabinet of curiosities. Let's look in the cabinet of curiosities. And again, I'm just pulling. You could have we all have the tons of the collage. Like I have the newest one I have is the circus one from Portos. And if y'all missed it earlier, I have his newest ones coming that I asked him to make a sci-fi, science fiction. I asked him to make a SF, and I asked him to make a time, a collage book on time. And those came out. I've ordered them and they'll be here tomorrow. So we will look at those and probably do something with them. Maybe we'll add some cards, make some cards or add some cards or something. Do some more cards with those two new books that I'll have today or tomorrow, but I'll have them by Wednesday. I'll have those two new Pour Toast books by Wednesday. Okay, let's see. Ruth asking a question. When it dries, no, it's not sticky at all. No. That's why I don't like Mod Podge. I don't use Mod Podge on anything. Maybe they've reformulated, but especially if you use it in an art journal where you close the journal, even after it seems to be dry, I've always found that Mod Podge sticks the pages. This will not, as long as it's dry. As long as it's dry, this gloss varnish will not stick your pages together as long as it's dry. But the other Mod Podge, I always find that, and it goes. The only time I have any is if I do napkin journaling. If you do napkin journaling in a journal, the napkins, kind of like a Velcro, the napkin will kind of go, but it's not the paint or the varnish. It's the napkins can kind of sometimes do a little Velcro thing because of the texture of napkins. But other than that, yeah, I never have any issues with anything sticking or gluing together. Show the bottle again. Yeah. Just look for Deco Art Americana high gloss. It's indoor, outdoor, high gloss. Here when I got this one at Hobby Lobby, it's $8. I think it's gone up since then. It might be 10. Might be 10 now. I don't know. But it's so worth it. And if you're just doing a little, like a quarter size on your art card, I use it on my postcards too. It lasts a long time. It does last quite a long time. Now, when I use it on I have used it on my big posters a couple of times. You're going to use it probably about this much, maybe. You'll probably use this much on a poster, maybe a little more. So just, but it does last a long time, and it does just smooth out nice. Okay, let's look at this. Let's do maybe a little building or something. Then we're going to do a giveaway, and then I'll go put some socks on and climb up on the table. I'll take a quick break too. I don't know why I have these marked. I was probably looking for something at the time, but I don't even remember what they are, so I don't need these in here anymore. They're just annoying. I was probably doing a project and I marked those. Okay, so let's just see. Let's just do something with this one little card. You like that roll? Okay, I'm thinking though some kind of a little building or something. Let me just kind of flip and see. This has got a lot of, I see this got there's an airplane. Even that red plane on there would be cool. I'm going to kind of maybe think about that red plane. Something nice and bright like that on there might be good. That's my first instinct is to go with that red plane. Just saying. I like that red plane. Oh, and then remember on one of them I said it looked like it needed a head. See, it's so easy. It's so easy to find things, in a sticker book. And don't be afraid to say if it doesn't work, it's like, oh well, that one's a fail. But you don't know if you don't try. And that's one of the things about collage. I think about my collages, but I don't overthink them. Because if you overthink, and that's probably true in any of your art, and don't email me if you think a lot on them and you get excellent results. And, I'm just saying, sometimes if you overthink things, you never get anything done. I think it's Jake Parker, the originator of Inktober, who said perfection is the enemy of done. If you wait until something is perfect, you probably aren't doing much. You're probably not doing much. Perfection, I think that's how he said it. Perfection is the enemy of done. All right, so I'm going to get a little bit of these blades right here. And also, like those little teeny blades, I could just draw them in with a marker or something. Same thing like when it comes to like ants, antenna, butterfly, antenna, those kind of things. I just draw them in or paint them in. All right. You don't have to, if I wanted to take this wing off and put an angel wing on there or a bird wing, or if I want to put another wing back there, a bird wing, you don't have to leave things like they are, you know. But I don't ever trust sticker or washi tape glue. Looks like it's coming in for a landing on that flower right there. See, that's kind of cute. Now what I'll do is I'll pick up some of the black, and you don't have to edge them. And sometimes I edge them in black, sometimes I edge them in gold, sometimes I'll take my Tim Holtz Distress ink and just, brown ink the edges. I'll do the whole thing here, except I'm not painting the backs black yet because I have to let the varnish dry. Okay, something like that. You could put a little bug on their wing, some little creature could be on the wing. Remember the Twilight Zone? Put Bill Shatner's head peeking out over the top there. Yeah. All right, let's dry this. You really want your paint to be dry, though. Otherwise, when you go to varnish it, you're going to just be smearing that black paint. I think I got it dry. We're going to hope. It does finish it off nice, doesn't it, Debbie? And gold looks good too. I like the gold, but in this case with the black, let numbers and stuff, it just called for it to be black. So again, about the size of a quarter, and I just start in the middle and just kind of smooth it all the way out, all the way around. There we go. And it'll level flat. And it looks real nice. They look nice, don't they, Devin? After they're drying flat. And then after this dries, then I'll paint the backs black with the flat matte craft paint and sign them on the back. And if I wanted to, I could have put more a prop there, but I think that would have been too close to the edge. It would have been too much of a tangent there to have an obvious extra, black or white spinny thing. Okay, so now I'm going to, let's do our giveaway, and I'll take a quick break because, I'm drinking all this lemon water. Okay, and I might throw in some extra little pieces, so some little bits you could use. Now, these are on cardstock, so if you try to glue these down on a collage, you got to remember, this is thick. These are leftover pieces. I'll cut these down and put some extra little bits when I do the giveaway, okay? All right, so let me move my stickers out of the way here. Put these back on the shelf. But again, you can use, instead of a sticker book, you can use any of your collage books we've been buying lately, All right, let me see here. All right, so I'm going to do 2 giveaways as usual, U.S. and international. And I don't want to do more than 3 at a time because otherwise it gets too convoluted, but we can do 3 at a time. So I'm going to lay out here. There's my little crab one. This one has like a mountain. I'm going to give something that looks like, but I don't want to overdo it. I want y'all to do the work, right? I want y'all to do the work. Okay, so do those set, and then a set of these. That one doesn't have a whole lot on it. Let's get another one. Let's get one that's got some. Oh, that one's got an eye on it in there. Okay, so we'll do this set. All right, no, that one doesn't have. I'm trying to kind of look at like there's enough interest in. There's some flowers, enough interest for you to roll with, and then what I'll do is if you win one of these blue and yellow ones, I'm gonna throw in some of a little piece of this one, the opposite color, the opposite set. Just going to throw that in there too. Okay, so you'll have some of each color, and then the same thing for this one. If you get the blue, oh, that's the same as that one. Okay, well then we got to get a blue piece of this one here, that one. Okay, and if you get the blue one, I'll put some of the yellow in there, so you can cut it up and use it, or just make something else with it. Whatever, do you. I'm just going to do a giveaway. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so we'll start. Let's go ahead and do US first, and then we'll do international. Wait for it. Don't be putting any numbers yet. And you got to do the borders, the painting, the varnishing, anything you want to do. Add your own stickers. Maybe I should add a couple. Should I add some stickers into this, or is that too making you think too much about what I would pick? Maybe because everybody's got stickers, don't they? Doesn't everybody have stickers? All right, so here we go. This will be the first person closest, the second person closest, the third person closest. We're going to start with USA only, 1 to 100. Wait till I type in go. When I type in go, put in one number. Don't change your number, move your number, delete your number. I'm on StreamYard. You're going to confuse the mods. Some are on YouTube. So just one number only. Okay. USA only. When I type in go, then we'll do a random.org. First person closest to the random.org, second person closest, third person closest. I'll put your name on this, and I might put some other stuff in there too. We'll see. I'll make it a little collage pack, if you will. Okay. So, all right. USA only to start. Then we'll do another set for international only. Okay. All right, 1 to 100, USA only. Let me get my iPad over here for my random.org. Okay, hang on. Let's go over here. So I got the random.org at the ready with the little random generator. Okay. Okay, don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Make some room over here for everything. All right. So, yeah, I might put some stickers or something, but I want y'all to be creative. Don't send them back to me. If you finish them and you're proud of them, post them on Instagram or something. Don't send them back to me. Or you like them, you send them to somebody else. So I think this is good. And then I'll keep a stack here with a rubber band on it, and I'll put it in our giveaway pack. I might pull a couple and play with a couple, but I'll keep them for future giveaways. And these are easy to make. Y'all saw how easy they were to make. Messy, yes. A little time consuming, but if you only make a small one, if you only make a 8.5 by 11 size, and you can get about 5 of them. I think with ATCs, I think you can get 9, 2.5 by 3.5. But I think you can get about 5 out of 3 by 4. This just depends on how you cut them, right? All right, I'm gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can get 10 out of ATCs, Janet. So you can get 10 ATCs out of a sheet. It's been a while since I cut the ATCs. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. First three people closest to 68. 68. First three people closest to 68 without going over. I'm scrolling all the way back. And y'all look too, and my mods will as well. I'm going to look for anybody that's in the 60s right now. I always scroll like Charmaine is 62. Wait, Joyce Boring got 68 right on the nose. So Joyce Boring had 68 right on the nose. I'll go ahead and write it down. Scrolling. And I go back and scroll back again. I'm looking for anybody in the 60s. So I think Charmaine got the next one. But y'all double check me. I think Charmaine has 62. Am I correct with the, let's see, Charmaine. Yeah, Charmaine. Charmaine Rainer Bell. I don't think I have your address, Charmaine. All right, now let me scroll down. See what my, let me see what my mods, if anybody helping me out, or y'all going to leave me hanging and do it myself, which is fine. Okay, so that was 62. So Joyce 68, Charmaine 62. Let's see who else is the next. I'll go and looking for the high 50s for the next, because I think that's all the 60s. So now I'm going to look for the high 50s. I'm pretty good at scrolling. Okay, Joy Meadows had 56. Is Joy Meadows the next one? Yeah, Joy Meadows. Joy Meadows had 56. Okay. So those are y'all's. You two send me your address. I don't share your address with anybody. Here's my email. I'm pretty sure I have yours, don't I, Joyce? If you're not sure if I have your address, send it to me again. I don't keep up with it. You know, I mean, I like some people that win a lot, like Raul and Devin. I know I have their addresses. But if you're not sure if I have your address, you're not going to hurt my feelings if you send it to me again. Okay, so there's Joyce. I'm going to put it on the back here. And I'll send you some other little things too. There's Joyce, Charmaine, and Joy Meadows. Okay, there we go. All right, so that was the USA. Now we're going to do international only. Same thing's going to apply. Someone's going to get the little crab. This one is kind of my Bob Ross mountain, and this has got some little eyes. Now, if you don't like that, just paint that out, guys. Same thing with the little crab. You can just black that out with a Sharpie. You know? So just make them your own, right? Okay, hang on. Where's my Sharpie, speaking of? Okay, so now we're going to do international only. I love doing my giveaways. Now, again, guys, I throw them out there in the post office. Trust me, I do mail everything. So, if you ever have an issue with something, I mean, I can resend a card or something, but I can't resend, some of the stuff we give away. It's if the post office loses, I don't know what to do. Okay, 1 to 100. Wait till I type in go. International only. First 3 people closest without going over. And I'll pick a new number. We'll pick a new random.org. Okay. And then I will, you're welcome, Joy. And then I will pull down the ATC's notebooks off my shelf. And we'll look through some of those for 30 minutes. I'll leave at 11:30. Hubster's still out running errands, but he should be back shortly. And then Janet's going to work in the 365 art book today at 1 Eastern. I don't know if Christopher's still here. He comes on at 2. I don't know if Ann or Beck come on at noon. I'm not sure. Anybody else wants to put in your time, the times you stream, like Devin streams on Wednesdays at about 2 to 2:30 Eastern. So if you want to put your time, let's wait till this giveaway's over though. And then if you want to talk about your times that you stream, you can't put a direct link because you're not a mod, but you can still, people can find you by your name, I think. All right, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Let's pick a new number. That was for the US. Let's pick a new number. 35. First 3 people closest to 35 without going over. And also, guys, if everybody goes over the number, I pick a new number. You don't have to pick a new number. Okay, let's see here. Ruth Sheldon had 30. Let's see. Ann Makes was the first closest, I think. She had 33. So Ann Makes gets number 1. She had 33. Ruth S had 32. And it looks like maybe Devin Bossy Butt, Janet calls her. Devin, you get this one with the little eyes in there. Okay, so Ann Makes had 33. Ruth S had 32. And Devin had, what was Devin's number? I missed Devin's number. What was Devin? She had 30. Devin had 30. All right, there we go. So y'all will get those cards. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Congratulations, everybody. All right, so sit over there. Turn off my iPad here, and I'm going to go take a quick break and get some socks. I have to dig around. I don't know where any socks are. No, I think I got some black ones somewhere. I think I got some black socks. I'll go get them. All right, give me a couple minutes, guys. Just a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. I thought black socks are no fun, so we're going to put these on. Hang on. Hang on a minute. And I have on my bell-bottom comfy pants, too, so y'all get to see. All right, here we go. I got to climb up here and get my notebooks. I'm looking. All right, here we go. I might bump into the camera, so we'll see. All right, so I got these socks. Got my bell-bottom pants on. Now, I don't want to slip either, so hang on. I'm going to take my time. All right. Hang on, I got a lot of them up here. It's a little dusty. Hang on, let's move this other cutter. There's a big 6-inch one there, I think. All right. Hang on. Move, Malibu. No, you can't get up there. Okay, I'm down. Man down. All right, let me put these down on the floor till we can get to them. And then I don't know what particular order. I have them numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. but I don't know. Let's just see what this one is. This has number 3, but I don't know. Again, as they get a little bit, they're a little, some of them are, I haven't, you know, some of these go back to, hang on. This one goes back to 2005. Some of these go back to 2005. I think I have some that actually go back to 2003. I think I have some. Prompts when you have time. Oh, prompts. Yes. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's do that right now, Terry. Okay, let's pick the prompts out of the bowl. And this is not anything to do. This is not anything to do with the zine swap. These are our weekly prompts. Okay, let's go ahead and pick the 3 weekly prompts. Okay, so let me get a little stack and we'll just pick 3 off the top. All right, here we go. 3 off the top. Nervous. Laughter. We need a noun. Lemon slice. There we go. This is for this week. Lemon slice, laughter, and nervous. Okay, those are the 3 prompts out of the bowl. Oh, no, baby, got to get down. There's wet paint up here. I'm sorry. All right, let me get the prompts out of the writing book. Okay. Make some space here. Okay, so the prompts out of the fantasy writing prompt. Terry, you want to pick a number between, well, I've got to start writing these. I'm going to leave this book out till I do this project. I've got to write down what we've already picked. All right, Terry, give me a number between, what's our number here? Between 12 and 295, Terry, page 222. 222. Okay, and there's only 1 prompt on that page, so that's good. Okay, let me just get a little Post-it in here. All right, so here's the prompt, the writing prompt from Erica Blumenthal's prompt book, and it is, quote, "Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see you, but I thought we agreed no more spell books." She likes a lot of Harry Potter type situations, I think. Well, it's fantasy. It's fantasy prompts, right? "Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see you, but I thought we agreed no more spell books." That's the prompt for this week out of the fantasy writing prompts, okay? And I'll give the ISBN for this if y'all are interested because they have some good prompts in here. 978-0648-850212. Okay. So that is that. All right. Now, I'm running out of floor space. All right, let me put these little pieces here. Sticker pieces stuck to me. Hang on, guys. Let me make a little space. Gotta have some space here for... There we go. All right. All right. So, and again, like this, look how this page got like bent. But and some of these I've taken out and done other things with. So there's just different, you know, and different people's names depending on who was swapping and stuff. Some of these are by person. I'll just flip through and pull out some of my favorites because I mean, I've got hundreds. There's no way I can show them all, right? But like this one, here we go. This one was from Page, and this was 2005. And it's a dimensional one. So I'm not sure. Most of my swaps, if these are individual ones that I probably just swapped out individually with the person, these weren't the like official swaps where there was a theme. The next book, I will pull a themed book, swap book out and show you how a complete theme with a whole bunch of people doing the same theme. Hi, Amy. Hi, Vale. So this was just one that I would have swapped with her individually, okay, whether there was a theme or not. Okay, Rachel always was really good about doing dimensional and a lot of fairies. Here's one of her dimensional ones that she did with beading. And this Rachel is not the Rachel that our Rachel now. This is a Rachel from 2005, okay, but she's got gold and red and a beaded little thing here. that moves. So I'll just pull out a few that are, some of my favorites here. It's more Rachel ones. Some of these might have been a specific. Oh, look at this one, guys. Look at this. This one was from Mad About Color was a theme. But look at this. Those are all individual beads sewn on. Those are sewn on beads, individual. Look at that. I'll pull out the theme ones. This was these were some different ornaments. We had to make Christmas ornaments. Look at this. This is an ATC with Christmas ornament with all that beading on there. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, some people really went all out, right? Some people really went all out. This one was from 2006. This one was from I cannot believe that. This is like, over 20 years ago. Well, 18. Okay, let's see what else we have. This was from a person named Anne. These were more Anne. This was somebody named Chris. This one was cute. This is a Mardi Gras one. I think, this was my, was it Happy Birthday? Oh, and Happy New Year. This was a Happy New Year one. And it's got little feathers and stuff on it. Okay. So these are just random themes. These are not theme swaps that are themed. These were like individuals that I would have just swapped with on my own. Valentine's. Let's pull this one out here. This one is like got texture paste or something on there. Oh, this was a swap I did with Rachel. Oh, yeah. Okay. This was a swap I did with Rachel. I thought this was one of mine, but it's not. It's one of Rachel's. Because I used a lot of texture paste in mine, too. This was back in 2006. So this is back from 2006. Aren't they fun, though? ATC swaps are really fun. Zine swaps are, too. All right. So let's see what else we got in here. Some people hand drew theirs. Again, these were individual people that I swapped with rather than themed. So there's just all kinds of different things in here. Let's see. Funky Fish. This was a cute one. Who did this one? I don't remember. Someone named Sue, I think. Yeah. A Funky Fish. That one was a theme one. Okay, so this is a cool looking one here. This is from Julie from 2006. She's got rusted pieces on there, little rusted tools. Does she have a theme on this? Abandoned Garden. Abandoned Garden. Isn't that cool? Aren't these cool, though? I know, right, Raul? I just haven't shown them in a while. I've not shown these in a while. Here's another cool one. This one was Love Abides Here. And her name was Cindy. And it's that's a photo. She altered a photo. Put a little heart. This one's from 2000. Does that have a date? 2006. 2006 on that one. All right. This one was my one leftovers from mine. I recognize this. We did a Wizard of Oz swap, and I put golden yellow, yellow brick road. Yellow brick road, glitter around texture paste on all mine. And this was from 2006 as well. I painted the backs red. And these were my leftovers. Those three were my leftovers. Here's one that somebody else made here. They did this on the back. There's the front glitter. So that was one of the Wizard of Oz swaps. Come on, get back in there. Let's see. Let's put it up here. That one has a little bent corner on the sleeve. If I can get it in here. Come on. There we go. Look, someone drew a little tornado and a little Toto. Yeah. So it's different themes. This one's really pretty. I'm just kind of picking out ones that are attracting my attention. This has a little postal thing on the back. This was from 2006. Are y'all liking seeing these? Oh, hi, Leona. You keep asking if she got my package. Did I get your package? When did you send it, Leona? I've not been to my, if you send it to my P.O. box, I need to go down. Oh, well, Hubster said he was going down there today. So, yeah. We'll see if it's there today, Leona. He's going to check my mail today. I've been, really slammed the last few days when he's been out of town. And Denise has been here. Somebody drew a picture of me. Someone actually drew a picture of me for this. Okay. Now I kept the envelopes and a lot of the old stamps and everything. So again, this sleeve got a little bent up, but it's okay. So this was book 3. All right. Let's see. I want to get one that has themed ones in it. Let's see here. Maybe this big one here. Let's go with this one. I'm not sure. No, I think these might be mostly mine. Yeah, I think these are mine. We'll save that one. No, some of them aren't. Okay, well, maybe this one's a big 6-inch thick binder. Let's see what other. I got 3 other binders down here. Let's see. Let's see what this. Okay, here's another. These are all 4-inch binders, but then I have this one that's a 6-inch binder. So I have 3 more of these. Okay, so this one was, and I wrote all the information. This is how I kept organized, okay? But I don't want anybody to, these are old and their addresses are probably not good anymore, but I don't want people to see their addresses. So I'm going to put a little card, because all of them have the names of the people and their addresses where I swapped with. But they're from, let's see, this one's from 2000. When does this one do? I'll have to look at the back. I don't have the year on this one. But this one was called Keys or Keyhole Swap. And I'll pull a couple of these out here to show you. Okay, like this one right here has it has a little cutout so you can see through it. It's like a little, one of those little slides so you can look through it, and it's got, you can see through it. So this was look into the keyhole and see where I have been. Let's see. Did she have a picture in there? I don't think there's a picture in there. No, there's not a picture in there. But there could have been if you with the slide. Bye, Debbie. Thanks for coming in. So that one was fun. This one was mine. This was the one I made for this swap. I actually made an imprint of a key and a keyhole. I made the impression in some polymer clay. So I made polymer clay. The rules were, as long as you could put dimension on your ATCs, as long as they still fit in a sleeve. If they still fit in a sleeve, you could have dimension. Okay. So, a couple of the beaded ornament ones, the beads kind of stuck up over the top, but we made a few exceptions. But the general rule was they have to fit in your baseball card sleeves. So this is the one I made. This is polymer clay. This was from 2005. So this was almost 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna continue to move my little card here with cover the addresses. Like I said, I'm sure these addresses are not there anymore, but this was leftover stickers. This one was Zetiology. Zetiology was Tisha Moore's thing for a long time. I had extra 3 here. So I had 3 extra ones. And, with the little eyes over the face kind of thing. So that was Zetiology. This one was more Christmas ornaments. Like, see, this one has a little handle that didn't fit in the sleeve, but, we let that go. So these were Christmas ornaments. This is a little piece of vellum on top of that one. Let's see here. This one was angels. I hope y'all can see them a little bit in the sleeves, Let's take this one out. And I haven't pulled them out in probably a while. So this one has some kind of varnish or maybe Mod Podge. I don't know, some kind of something on it. This one was, what year were these? Probably the same. Yeah. So that one was kind of cool. All right, the next one. This next one was Man's Best Friend, and these are copies. These are copies of the ones that I hand drew, inked, and sent out. So these are from 2005, and they're just little animals, Man's Best Friend. And these, like I said, these are copies because I gave out the originals, but I wanted to keep my copies. All right. Oh, here's some more Man's. This is from that same swap. Somebody here painted this one. And these are from 2005. There's a hand-painted one. Aren't they fun? I think there's two T's in Zetiology. I'm pretty sure. I could go back. There's that one. So everybody did a Man's Best Friend. Let me see. Zetiology. Zettiollogy. Zeti with the I. Then here's some more. Here's some more. Oh, wait. There's some more animals. Oh, these were right here were some of my, this was from a bird swap. And these are copies that I made, I'm pretty sure. No, I made duplicates. So these are, I painted these twice. This was from a bird swap. So these are color pencil. This one is Devil's Advocate, and somebody actually even made a quilted one. Look, it's a little quilt. It's a little quilted. It's a little quilted ATC. Look, the quilt. You can do so much. There's people are creative. I'm telling you. So that's Devil's Advocate. Then let's go on to Things with Wings. These are things with. This one was mine. I did a ink bottle with wings. That one was mine. This one has feathers on it. Okay, this one was hand-drawn. Just anything that was hand-drawn. This one was Susie Homemaker. Little advertisements, like vintage advertisements, you know. This was some more Christmas card swap ones. Just different Christmas cards. This one was Mused. So I don't know if I have a copy of mine. I don't see a copy of mine. I might have taken it out. Look at this one here. This one was pretty. The little fairy over the gold tree. That was pretty. And this one was from 2005. Alrighty. Let's see here. Come on. The next one was anything Jewish. So everybody put, did their own Judaica. I made a mezuzah out of clay. So this one was mine. Again, as long as it fit in the sleeve. And then these were, I'm not sure if these are my hand. I do have a hand carved Hebrew alphabet that I did. I don't remember if this is mine or if this was from a stamp. But I have a stamp set, and I've hand carved the Hebrew alphabet. But this one was this is out of polymer clay. It's a polymer clay, and yeah, so that was mine for that one. Let's see. This was, what was this one? Leonardo da Vinci. So this was the one I made with little pieces of clay from his sketchbook. So this was my contribution. Some people here use some postage stamps. Some just drew, you know. The next one was found photos. So these are all found photos from everybody. This was the one I did. This was my mother-in-law, Buddy Hubster's mother, when she was 2 or 3. I can't remember now. Hubster would know. She was 2 or 3. And her name was Thelma. So I made a little tuck spot there. Little Thelma May grew up to be quite the ham because she married a Willingham. Hubster's mom married his dad's name. Willingham. So she grew up to be quite the ham. I love that. That's Hubster's mom. Let's see here. There's another. That's a cute one there too. With somebody's, let's see. Altered Waterhouse. So everybody did. This one was pretty different. This has got a car, like a an edge, a border with gold around it. So that's the artist Waterhouse, and everybody had to use something Waterhouse in this one. So you can see the different ones. This one's mine. All right, let's see. Next is coffee. Anything coffee. And mine was making a polymer clay. So I was into polymer clay for a while. I've got rid of all my polymer clay stuff. I was making jewelry. I was making little dolls, little shelf people. I did all kinds of things with polymer clay back in 2006. So this was a stamp. It was a stamp stamped into polymer clay and made into an ATC. Okay, let's see here. This one, I'm not sure what this one is. Maybe there was just somebody gifted. I mean, swapped with me individually here. Same here. This is getting into holidays. There's some Christmas ornament ones. So yeah. Again, all these addresses are old. I'm sure it's okay, but I'm trying to kind of keep them under wraps. But they're 20 years old. I don't know if anybody's still living in the same place that they lived 20 years ago, but All right, this one was sisters. Some people did like inspire sister, different pictures of sister. I did this one. I did sisters. I did nuns. I did little nuns for my, and this was a Smack and Dragon, I think, ink, alcohol ink card base. So this was mine for sisters. Oh, let's see. This one's exploring. Oh, I like this one, Mother Goose. No, this one was the alphabet one. Okay, the alphabet one was this was a big major swap. You had to do all 26 letters of the alphabet, and you got 26 different people. Now, I think I got a couple that I had two. Maybe there's 26 letters, so maybe only 24 people participated. So you would get a duplicate, not a duplicate ATC, but from the same person. So this was the G from one person for Goose. But this was a major swap right here. The alphabets, yeah, this was a lot. And I don't remember who swapped it. There's Hubster. I'll see if I got any mail. Hey, honey, did you check my mail? Okay, Leona, I think I got your mail. Let me finish this notebook. I'll go down there and see if it's yours. So, again, I think you can see, even in the sleeve, I think you can see most of these. All right, this one was what, I'll explain this one to you. I kept one of my originals, but this one was ABC Vintage. So I did all my 26 letters using those paper stencils. I used paper stencils and did all the vintage. I did them like a vintage card. I did 26 of them, and I kept copies. So these next ones I'm going to show you, these are all copies of my 26 letters. See, it's on a sheet. But these were my 26 submissions. I put a little sticker on top of the stencil. These are all 3-dimensional stencils, and the whole alphabet there. Like J was jack-o'-lantern, K was keys, but they're all up under the stencils, right? So there we go. V for violin. W has a wax seal. So those were my yeah. So there we go. There's that book. Let me go down and see if this is Leona's package. Hang on. I'll be right back, guys. Just in time, right? All right, Leona, I got I got your package. Let me cut it open here. I got your package. All right, we're going to cut this open from Leona. You still here, Leona? See, I didn't cut it far enough. Are you still here? I don't even know if she's still here. All right, let's see what she said. All right. Oh, she told me she was going to send me napkins to share or use. So she sent me a pack of napkins. We'll look at that. Sent me a card here. I'm going to open the card. She sent me a pansy sticker. That's me and my grandma's flower. It's a pansy. Do I still see her? Did she leave? Oh my gosh. She might have already left. Okay. Hubster just got here with it. All right. Oh, she sent me an Amazon card. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much, Leona. I haven't seen her say anything since I brought this package up. Thank you so much, Leona. That's so sweet. Your cards with gratitude for the gifts and your kindness and thoughtfulness. Aww. From Leona and the Fibs. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Leona. That's a beautiful card. Let's look at the napkins that she sent. And I'll do a giveaway. We'll do a napkin giveaway on Wednesday. Okay, we'll give away napkins on Wednesday. Let me write a note on here. Wednesday giveaway. I told her not. She said, "Can I send you? I have so many napkins. Because I send you a bunch." I went, "Well, no, don't send me a bunch. Send me a few. Just send me a few because I've already tried to give away. Y'all know I'm not going to go into the napkin fiasco of 2017 or 18. Yeah, I don't see her right. She might have left, but anyway. So I told her just send a few. So we'll do a giveaway on Wednesday. Okay. So let's look through these. These are really pretty. Look at these. Oh, look at the cute little kitty. Another kitty. Oh, lots of cat ones. I'll have to if there's a Malibu one in here or Oliver, I'll have to find it. Well, there's some hydrangeas, some pansy. I'll keep one of the pansy ones because that's me and Grandma. Look at that. Oh, so pretty, Leona. Thank you so much, Leona. That's so thoughtful of you. And we'll do a giveaway on Wednesday. Okay. Little shells. That one's pretty. And then just a card here to hold them all together. So I will keep this one with my card here. And we'll do a giveaway on Wednesday. How about that? Right? You're doing a napkin trade. All right. So if y'all are interested in napkins, I won't probably be in the trade with Beth, but she is doing one next month. So follow Beth Schuler. Beth does all kinds of, she just does a lot of different things. She does the 365 book. She does prompts and swaps and, so she said she's going to do a napkin trade next month. So y'all be aware of that if y'all want to be in Beth's swap. All right. So I'm going to put this to the side till Wednesday. And I'll spend a couple more minutes showing you some ATCs. We'll do about 5 more minutes worth of ATCs. And so let's see. Let's see if I can get through these kind of quickly. Let's see. This is upside down. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right. Let me get another Post-it note or two here. All right. This one was Summer Vacay. People use stamps, shells, little hand-drawn, little fiber tags. Okay, the next one was Distressing Times. Anything distressed. This one was mine right there with another, what do you call it? Polymer clay. And these are from, when are these from? Let me look at the back one. 2006. These are from 2006. This one was Anything Oriental. This one was Pink and Black. Pink and Black right here. This one was Vintage Labels. I hope y'all can see enough. Just, you know. Okay, this one was anything sewing. And then again, somebody made a quilted one. Made a quilt, like a slow stitch. Like a slow stitch. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Saturdays. Oh, yeah. Y'all go ahead and put your times in there if you stream. Put your stream times in there. This is another slow stitched one, quilted like. All right, this one was architecture, anything architecture. So people put some different texture things like, you know. This was another Christmas one. Here's another with beads, like here, like this. Oh, I had it upside down so the beads could hang out. So different Christmas. This one was, I forget what the a touch of Oriental. This was mine. I made extras of this one because I really liked it. So this one was mine. I use little playing cards, and I use you know, this kind of paper, this gold like tissue paper with some other. I use the playing cards here. So this was my ATC. This not signed or anything on the back. These are my extras. You know, that I just made to keep. This one was, and not everybody's address is on here. I'm just now I'm out of a habit of doing this. This one was letters. Anything to do with letters you could do. This one was extras from probably just general swaps. So there's that book. Uh-oh, kind of came off the ring here. See if I can get them back on the ring. Hang on. Come on, get back on the ring. I mean, these books are 20 years old, right? I've had them since 2000, at least 2003. All right. Two more quick ones here. I say quick. All right. This one is, I think these are, a lot of these might, no, I'm not sure. These right here are mine that I did a lot of different ones in, with, what do you call it? Spackle. Y'all got to remember and I first started streaming on Ustream in 2010. My very first stream was making spackled ATC cards. These might have been from my very first stream. These might have been from I don't know. Let me see. Is there any dates on any of them? Yeah, 2010. So these are probably from my very first stream. My very first stream in 2010 was making spackled ATC cards. And so there's all just different ones here with different kinds of spackle, different kinds of calligraphy pieces on them, and they are varnished. I did varnish them. So some I'd made to look like amber, like, you know, Dragonflies in Amber. Remember that book? Well, the Dragonfly in Amber came from, you know, that there really is a thing of bugs, insects left in amber and that harden. That's what I tried to make these look like. Then here's one that I did with calligraphy. Same kind of texture. I don't remember. I think it might have, this might have been, and some of these are upside down. Some of these might have been calligraphy, and some of them just might have been mixed. This is not signed. So this just might have been some sample ones. These might have been what I just made. These are the actual ones I made on a stream to show how to do texture. And this is not texture paste. You can use texture paste like official, you know, I don't know who makes it, Ranger. There's probably a bit different people make it. This is actual DAP spackle. This is like the spackle you use to fill holes in your wall, but I painted it. You have to let it dry. You put it on, you spackle it, and you let it dry, and then you can paint it. And this was a bronzy color right there. So yeah. How do I find the community? Here, I'll show you. Hang on. Let me get my. Let's take it out of here. All right. Well, you're not going to see it here on this video. You won't see it on this video. You'll have to go to one of the previous videos or after this one is done. and just go like, here's the video right here. You go to one of my videos, you'll see right up under here, you'll see videos, lives. There'll be a home, video, live, community. And I think an about or something like description. Anyway, there's like right under each video, you'll see community tab. You'll see community right there. Okay. But you're not going to see it on this video because it's not rendered yet. Okay. So there's that. These were some other ones that I made with bronze. They don't have anything in them yet. This was again, these were probably from the first videos that I did, the first week of videos that I did on Ustream back in 2010. And I showed how you could start by just doing the cards and leaving the middle blank until you found what you wanted to put in it. So that's what these are. They're not filled in yet. It's just the base with the border of DAP, spackle, dried, and painted. So I got a whole sheet of those. Here's some more. This one was, I think, with Valentine. What was this one? I forget what the swap was on this one. Same for this one. This was just these are just some of mine. These right here are all mine. Leftovers or ready to swap with people. See, there's nothing on the back. So I really like this one. See, there's nothing on the back. So these have not been swapped out. This one I did a few of them with the little holes, the little see-through there. And but I put something in it. So when you look in there, you can see a little flower in that one. But again, the DAP spackle, this one's just painted with maroon and black and then varnished. The varnish brings it all together. No, you don't have access. The only ones you have access to are the ones that I uploaded to YouTube, which is only a few. Because what happened was in Ustream, I streamed on Ustream for 4 years before I moved over to YouTube. And what happened is we all streamed, a lot of us streamed over on Ustream. But then Ustream said, well, and what it was is they went business. I think they started, like NASA, and stuff. And they didn't have time or the money for us little free art people, right, that were streaming for free. So they started wanting to charge us. And I think they wanted to charge quite a bit, like $100 a month or something. So we all go, we'll see ya. And they said, I think they gave us a month. Somebody here might remember. Julie might remember. I think they gave us 1 month to save. So I got me an external hard drive and it took some hours to download your videos from 3-hour videos, right? In 2011, 12, whatever year it was. And so we all were getting external hard drives and trying to set. So I do have a lot of my videos. I probably have a couple hundred of them on an external hard drive, but they're not on YouTube. So yeah, they're not on YouTube. I started YouTube, I think I've been on here. So let's see, I've been on YouTube 10 years. I streamed 4 years on Ustream and 10 years now on YouTube. So I've been streaming for 14 years. So 10 of it is on YouTube. Okay, here's some more different little spackle. There's a little brick wall. Here's one of my original. This is one of my photographs. And then I did the spackle on those. I mean, we can do these again sometime. It's not hard, though. You just have to have, and you can use, now they have texture paste, right? They have mediums made to do this. But a little jar of DAP is $5. I mean, you can make them forever. The only thing with the DAP spackle is if you don't seal that jar really, really well, it will dry out overnight. So you either have to use it really quick or seal it, make sure you got plastic over it and then screw the lid on, because the DAP, but it's so cheap to get the DAP spackle, like what you put on, to cover up nail holes, in your walls. Okay, so this is some more of mine. Most of these I think are mine. There's another one of my photographs with the spackle. Again, I think that a lot of these are from when I streamed them. When I actually, and I just show that you can do different colors of metal, different, you got all those metallic paints, blue, green, gold, bronze, copper, You can use a lot of different colors. Here's some more. These are backgrounds ready to go. These are some Halloween ones. Here's some more of the ones that I've done with my original photos that I took. So I didn't varnish the, well, but I did put something on it, or maybe it's just a gloss photo paper. I did the spackling, I think, but I was real careful because this is not varnished. Back then, I would not have varnished over a photo, like just printed out photo from my printer. Let's see. Here's some where I did some bees and honeycomb, again, spackled, but to make it look like a honeycomb with a little bee in there. These were napkins right here. This was a napkin, ATCs. These are there's a couple in here from other people, but most of these are mine too. These are other people. Again, because these are not, these are just swaps I did with individuals rather than like a group swap. These were just swaps with individual people. So I'm just going to kind of try to flip through these real quick because I'm running out. I want to get done with these. So lots of Halloween, fall, holiday, Christmas. There's one of my little, that's one of my hand painted ones. So yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just saw something. I think this is one of Sherry Levin. I think that's one of Sherry's here. Let me see. I recognize this doll. This one would have been a later date. But Sherry was back there, and I can't get it out. Stuck. Does it have Mod Podge? Oh, it's just two in there. I think this one was from, yeah, it is from Sherry. This is Sherry's from 2012. There's two of them in there. That's why they're stuck. And then let's see what this one is here. I can get that one. I'm not going to be able to get it out. Okay, so anyway, that one was from 2012. All right, let's see what else. One more book, one more quick flip, and then I'll climb back up there. This came out of one of them. I'll climb back up there and have Hubster hand me the book so I don't have to get up and down. You can just hand them to me. All right, so let's see what we got here. Cards and stuff there. Okay, let's see here. These were happy birthdays and Christmas, Halloween or fall. Here's one that I did here. This one was, let's see what the theme was. This one was one of my little hand-drawn jesters. That was one of mine there. It's got dimensional pop dots on it. See if I can get those little streamers back in there. So dresses. So you can see happy birthdays, Valentine's Day, vintage romance. Here's the one I did with, oh, surprise, polymer clay, a polymer clay heart. Oh, and here's another one I did. This was Bathing Beauties. This is another one that I took from my mother-in-law. And this is my original copy, but I made them with, you know, that fringe, what do you call it? The fringe, yarn, fringe yarn. I actually put fringe yarn on these girls. And this one right here in the middle, that's my mother-in-law right there. That's my mother-in-law with two of her besties back in the day. So this was Bathing Beauties was the theme. So yeah, I use my mother-in-law's picture quite often. Okay. Let's see more. This was shoes. I made a polymer clay flip-flop. This one was a passion for purses. And here's the one I made. I made a little dimensional bag with little words of beach, Bahama Beach, mama in there. So this was my passion for purses. What else do we have here? Everything white, wonderful white, like winter white. Oh, guess what? Who's this? This one was vintage children and their pets. There's my mother-in-law. She was like 4. And yeah, so she's holding, supposedly holding here, a little wire with a bird on it. So that was my mother-in-law again. And she loved it too that I used her in pictures. I had two copies. I had a purple, a blue one, and a pink one. This was Anything Eve. A lot of people did Eve Plum, from the the Brady Bunch. There's mine. I did Eve, like in the Garden of Eden. Let's see, Dr. Seuss. There's the one I did right there. That's my Dr. Seuss one. But everybody did a lot of hand drawing on that one. This one was architecture. Again, here's mine with the polymer clay architecture. I'm trying to go fast, guys. Fruit, anything fruit. Chocolate. Dresses. This is the one I did. I made a little hanger. There's a little wrap. I made a little dress out of that plastic kind of stuff, and then I made a little hanger. So this was my dress swap. Let's see, anything Asian. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones I ever made. Next to the mezuzah, I really like that one too. This one is Asian, and I made a little soji screen. And so they were all I made it. I mean, I handmade all of them like this. So I made a little soji screen and a little warrior in there. Now this one just has a little plastic coin, but I put the little Asian coins on all the ones that I sent out. They had little Asian coins in there. So this was my little. So many. I know, right? A lot of creative ideas. Got to be writing them down, because you can use these ideas for a lot of things. So yeah, some netting and these are just some little wood slats that I painted gold. So I love this one. It's my last one I have of that one. That was from 2005. 2005. This one was hand drawn. Anything hand drawn. Dragonflies. The 7 continents. We had to do all 7 continents. Oh, this one is cool. Now, if you don't like spiders or bugs, look away. Warning. Spider warning. This was touchy-feely. My touchy-feely, I took pipe cleaners and I wrapped the thing with pipe cleaners, put a feather on it, and 2 little googly eyes. This was my touchy-feely ATC. This little googly eyes. A feather and some pipe cleaner, and you got a spider, people. You got a spider with some pipe cleaners, a feather, and some googly eyes. That was my touchy-feely. Okay, then we got vintage holidays, creepy crawlies, bugs again. Secret Life of Bees, the book, Secret Life of Bees. Some people did some really good ones. Look like this one. This was another hand-drawn one, and this was my set. It's a copy of my original pen and ink drawings. So those were my original ones. I mean, these are copies of the original ones I sent in for the Animal Kingdom. This one was pretty good. There's an animal in all of this. That one's pretty cool. This was a digi, and that was another thing. Some of us, at some times, we would allow digi ATCs, but a lot of times we did not allow digi. Back in 2003, 4, 5, but we allow. This is a digi one, of course. For this swap, we allowed it, right? Here's somebody did a hand-drawn panda. That's a little hand-painted panda there. So then we got unicorns, different unicorns. This one was Anything Circus. This girl was an actual, I think she passed away. She was an art teacher, and this is on canvas. She painted this on canvas, a piece of canvas, and it's just so cool. I know it's the clown warning. Let's see. This one was really cool too. So this one was a little, you had a little, let's see if I can do it here. Had a little pull, had a little tint. that you could pull up. And then there was the circus under there. That one was really cool. This one was mine. I did a little elephant drawing with a little clown on top, tucked under a tent thing there. Let's see. Then art dolls. Let's see. I don't remember whose this one was, but this was very clever. So this was art dolls, and somebody sent this one in. Look. Isn't that clever? Look. You just folded her up so that she fit on an ATC. Let's see. Favorite drink. Of course, I'm sure I did coffee at the time. This one's Here Kitty Kitty. That one was mine right there. Let's see. Fall cleaning. Pedal. Anything with a pedal. I did this bicycle one. Four Seasons. Far Out 50s. ATC letters. We had to do A, T, and C. And these were three different ones. These are two sets I did. I think I forget whose that one was. And let's see. Alter Ego. I like this one too. This is one of my, contortionist. This is one of my favorite ones too. If you could do your alter ego, who would you be? So I did Sherlock Holmes would be me. Look, I took the M-E out of his name. Oh, a mystery, is it? So, and I put a little glass thing, a little, clear bead thing over his eye to make it look like a magnifying glass. So, yeah, there's my alter ego with Sherlock Holmes. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Completely puzzled. Well, those are puzzle pieces. This one I have a hand-carved stamp of a gargoyle. I've shown you that. Well, what I did is I took the gargoyle stamp and I stamped it on black paper or black painted paper, and I stamped his face on a white puzzle piece, and then put the puzzle on top of that. So that's my completely puzzled gargoyle right there. That was mine. There's one with rolly eyes there. Weddings, anything weddings. And then here's some copies of my 7 continents. These are copies again because I sent in the originals of the 7 continents. So that's that. So I hope y'all enjoyed looking at my 5 binders of ATCs. And I'll show y'all one more thing before we go. Hang on. So these are all my ATC binders that I keep up on the top shelf because I don't look at these all the time. But then I'll show you this. Oh, I'm sitting on my foot. I have this right here. This is leftovers from when I did all my swaps. Wait for it. These are leftovers from all the swaps that I was in back in the day. And so these are tons of partially done and done artist trading cards that swaps I've been in, where I have duplicates or partially finished ones. Or look, this is what they look like when the spackle. Yes, these are leftovers. This is what it looks like when you first spackle. It's the DAP spackle. That's what it looks like. You just spatula it on, clean off the edges, and let it dry. And now this is ready for paint. See, that's what it looks like when you, let's see, here's one that's painted. Let's get to this one. Here's one that's painted like a green. So it's got the whites, it's white DAP spackle and then painted. Janet, oh my God, hoarder. You want me to just throw them away, Janet? There's another one with just the white spackle before you do anything to it. Should I just throw them all away, Janet? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're suggesting? So, yeah, I got some good ones in here, and some are duplicates, some are spares. Oh, here's one that I really like. This is another one. It's got a chip in it, but this is one of the ones I did with polymer clay, and I made a little book. I made an ATC book that looked like wood with little architecture pieces on there with the polymer clay. What else do I have? Is there anything else I want to show in here? So yeah, there's just different stages, you know. Some are extras, some are in progress, and you know. But anyway, I guess Janet thinks I should just throw them away. Janet knows I'm kidding, guys. Oh my gosh. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'll let y'all go. I got to see my ATC books after we did some cutouts and some giveaways. So congratulations to you guys that won. And then here's a couple that we made earlier. We made a couple of quick and we did varnish them, and it's starting to dry. But I don't trust to put them in an envelope. But look see how it flattened them out. Look, see how the varnish is almost flat already. But I would not trust these in an envelope until the next day. Joe loves dumpster diving. And you can just kind of bend them a little bit to flatten, you know. But anyway, see, look, see that wrinkle right there? That's where I didn't smash down that sticker right there. But anyway, and then now I'll paint the backs of them black. And these are art cards as opposed to ATCs. The ATCs are 2.5 by 3.5. These are 3 by 4. I work on this size now just because I like it better. So anyway, we did those today just to show how to. We started with something like this, and then collaged on top of it, stamped or stenciled on top of it, cut them all down to cards, and then added our focal point and bordered them. If y'all missed it, go back. So yeah, I got a whole stack of them here that we made today. These two sheets. Two different sheets. These right here, and then these colors here. Okay, guys. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed that. Don't forget, Janet comes on in about an hour. I'm gonna go. I'm sure Hubster's already made himself a sandwich or something, unless he's gone out and got us something to eat, because you know it's 12. And thanks, guys, for listening to him talk about his trip. And thanks, Leona, if you watch this later. Thank you for the happy mail. We'll do a napkin giveaway on Wednesday. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys.